everybody.
Hey, we bike.
It's been... Listen, stop with that word. You're ruining
word?
the intro.
What word?
God.
What word?
It's been a month and we're back.
We
We're
what?
so excited
We what?
to be back.
We bike.
Good. Hey,
Good. Everybody.
Hey, Leah, Steph. Hey, Najee. Hi, Bianca. Hey, Terry. Oh, is that Terry from Morgan State? No, it's not. No.
Woo.
Well, maybe it is. No, it's not. It's not. Either way,
Look,
Terry, we're still happy to have you. Hey, Tina. Hey, T-Mom.
Oh, yeah, I got my Morgan State hat on, you know.
And yes, Najee, we did watch that John Oliver video. It was really good. Yeah. We'll talk about it in a few minutes. Hey, Khadijah.
Wait, who else saw that too? Since you brought it up.
RL.
Also,
hey.
I don't know about y'all, but y'all know we had, we was chasing down all the rap snacks. So I decided to pick that back up, and we got some rap snack noodle junk. What does he say?
Rap snack, yeah, rap. I don't know, whatever. But it's the Master P.
Master P. Girl, bring them over. All right, this one,
the
two.
Noodles.
Matter of fact, I'm about to go back. We got 3 different flavors. The last one just finished. You know, I'm Chef Boyar Lexon. Hold on.
We eating like kings tonight.
Eating good.
This one got E40 on it. It's the beef prime rib noodles. And the one I showed y'all a second ago is creamy chicken gumbo with Master P. If y'all don't know, this is his, these are his noodles. And Lex is going to get the third one. So we're going to try them all out. Thanks, T-Mom. Hey, Elijah. Hey, T.O. Yeah, it's been a whole month. I can't believe it. Hey, Ashley. And last but not least, Mr. Mark Zuckerberg put me back on Instagram. Bootsies, Louisiana hot and spicy chicken. I'm afraid of this one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't like spicy noodles.
I didn't even look at what the flavors were. I just picked up all the ones they got. So yeah, we're gonna try them today. Why you moving away?
Because it's no space. I don't want to knock it over, and we'll make space. One last anyway.
No, bring that over because it's gonna be.
I'm gonna get my fork and my water. Our setup is a little bit different than normal because we had some work being done on the house. So,
what do you do? I ain't even gonna ask.
Yeah, so don't get me worked up this early in the live. RL says, I love the hair. It's giving me classic but always relevant tease. Thank you. You know what's so funny? When I was looking at my hair, I was like, why do I feel like this is very 1999, 2001? Like, I just went to the hairdresser. I don't know. Straight hair to me, like, I just love my curly hair so much. Straight hair is cool too, but I just really love my curly hair. No, I didn't stir it.
I see.
Hey, African gal.
We can't even give you like the bird's eye view.
No, yeah, because it's too much liquid. It just will spill.
You want to start helping with that one?
I want to taste one at a time.
I know, but stir it up though.
Okay. Elijah said he got grits, ice cream, and shoes. Ice cream.
And
I
what?
love some ice cream.
What we talking about?
Master P. That black man trying to make his money. Look, he is making his money.
Yeah. Not playing with them.
I haven't had cup of noodles in years.
Yeah, I was so messed up. I was thinking I was gonna have to turn the stove on and everything, and I was like, oh yeah, this is a cup.
Go right in the microwave. Hey, Rib Love. Hey, Eye Candy. Are we missing anybody? I think we got everyone. Yeah, it does, Leah. It really does.
I don't think we was getting the cups when I was younger.
I mean, I got the cups in college. Yeah, in college, that was the only time I ate the cups because you could put them in the microwave.
Yeah.
All right, so which one you want to taste first? I want to taste the chicken gumbo first.
So do I.
Okay. It's so much liquid. See? Already splashing.
That's because you getting that little bit. You got to get a real scoop. See, this is how she do. Look at that. You can't even see it. She don't be... Look, when it comes to tasting stuff, Ebony gets the bare minimum to taste.
Because I don't want a mouthful of something I don't like.
Girl, it's noodles. You like noodles?
I know I have more flavor.
Dang, shots fired.
It's not It's not bad though. I feel like
Well, this is the most plain one, ain't it?
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I was concerned about salt anyway, so it's probably good that it's not like crazy salty. I can't do the cup of noodles. Never been a fan. Yeah, and these taste very much like cup of noodles. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Najee, I did see the John Oliver video. Actually, Lex brought it to me. He was like, "Look, he talking about natural hair, and everybody's saying he did a good job."
Yeah.
And so we watched the whole thing, and it was really good. I was wondering like who
we might got pour
taught
this in
him
the song.
this.
Sorry.
I'm like, who taught him these terms, these processes? Like, I know he can probably Google himself, but some of the things he was saying, I'm like, somebody had to explain this to him. Is this the same company that has the wrappers on the bags? Yep, it's Rap Snacks. It said right on the cup. Is Rap Snacks owned by Master P, like the whole thing?
Now.
Oh, okay. Who had it before? Oh, can you bring the cupcakes too when you come back?
Yeah.
Thank you. I want to get now I can have like a real bite. You got bowls?
Yeah, because I think that's why I'm not like everything falling off. Yeah, I want this. I want the real. Go ahead.
What you want me to
do? I lifted up
do?
the 2 bowls for you to take this bowl.
Oh. You didn't give me instructions.
Girl, some people can speak telekinetically.
Listen,
We gotta work on that.
Nothing. Najee said she was thinking the same thing.
Oh, these are way better.
On point. He's about a lot of things. Yeah. They have a whole research department. Yes, I feel like he literally got some black women into a room, whether they were staff or writers, whatever, which is still staff, but he got the right people in the room.
Yeah.
And he was talking for almost a half an hour, literally about black hair. It was
wasn't
crazy.
wasn't no little. Oh, please get that. Pour it up. Yeah.
See, I could.
You got it. You got it.
You told me.
How you leave all the? All right. I'm not messing with you.
Thank you. And I didn't leave this. This just didn't come out with it.
You want to see how perfectly clean my bowl is?
Nope. Now, what's this one? The beef one?
Yeah.
Taste
So
this
it's
one.
beef prime rib with E40 on it.
And the last one's gonna be. Well, you know what? I don't think it's gonna be that spicy because
Nope.
it's not a whole lot of flavor. Like, it's like a good.
If you going, you either eat or pass.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh
It's
gosh.
like, but yeah, who else saw the
Hey, Khadija.
Who else said they saw the Oliver joint?
If
If you haven't, you should check it out though. It's really good.
Oh, Maureen, we missed y'all too. Thank you. She said I look pretty. Thank you so much. Hey, Candy. It's been a long time, girl.
I know. I was saying we trying to figure out if we should talk about Portia first or save it till some more people get in the room. So y'all let us know what y'all think.
I heard we
Can you
should go
please?
ahead and talk. Oh. I think you might have put too much water in these.
No, I went to the line.
Or it needs less water.
Can only do with the thing. Ooh, that joint look red.
Oh my God. Let's see. Oh, Candy said she had a graduation party.
Hey.
Those are always fun. Especially because I just associate graduation parties with cookouts. It's always a good time, good music. Team Portia for president! T-Mom said, oh, definitely much. What am I reading? Oh, yeah, about John Oliver.
Let me see that one.
This one?
Yeah, I didn't just see
okay.
it. This is it said beef, right?
Uh-huh. Thank you, Khadija. Oops. Yeah.
So
I
what
don't know.
we talking about it
I'm trying
now?
to think about. Huh?
Are we talking about it now?
Yeah. Well, we can talk about it now. How do you like that one?
Tastes like the first one.
It does taste like the first one. I thought it would have more like, beefy flavor. It's not even like. It's only like beef stock.
Mm-mm.
I'm scared.
They ain't bad, but I'm trying to look for a date.
Hey, Shalonda. Yeah, we're just trying out these Master P cup of noodles. See how they taste.
So far, Master P and E40 not only look like each other on this joint, they taste the same.
Ooh, this one's really hot.
We're gonna see what Bootsies talking about.
Okay. The hot one is orange.
Yeah, it's a noticeably different.
Why are you jumping back?
Cause you don't splash. Go ahead though.
Okay.
Be scared. Ooh, who got Netflix and who's been watching the Upshaws?
Oh yeah,
that joint is good.
If y'all not watching it,
yeah.
Or if you're on the fence, give it a chance.
Like,
thank you, Maureen.
Thank you. See, and I know our thing ain't working.
Thank you.
See, man, we gotta fix it. Cause your name's supposed to be popping up with the little all that.
Oof.
That's hot.
Yes.
Okay. Bring it through, Poppy. That's your fork.
Oh. Najee said 2 years into the. Oh, hey, Desi. Najee said 2 years into the natural hair journey, and I went to straighten to see the real lean so bad.
Hey, it worked.
Where'd it go?
Right there.
Oh, no wonder we started.
Thank you, Maureen. Appreciate it.
But no, Najee, go ahead. I mean, straighten. It's been 2 years. I think the longest I've gone is almost a full year.
Honestly, I forgot what she looked like with her hair straight. Like it was almost weird this time.
Okay. Hold on. RL said that man said he got 50,000 for anyone who can pull his receipts, and Team Twirl got ghosts. He's talking about Kenya. What man are you talking about? As I want to know what you're talking about. Hey, Isis. It seems like it's been forever. It has. Thank you so much.
So the Bootsy. This is Louisiana hot and spicy.
I want to mix it with this.
I'm about to say, it tastes good, but then it's like the after is when it gets spicy.
It's like real sharp chop to the throat.
Oh, so you just took it.
It is.
Took a little, I let it sit on my palate for a while before you tried to gulp the joint down. That's what happened.
I kind of want to put some of this.
Yeah. I'm with it.
Because my goodness.
Yeah, so if y'all get these wrap snack noodles, I would suggest getting. What happened? Go ahead.
All right. No, you finished that.
No. Okay.
They outside with
the car. I would suggest, actually I gotta taste it first because the other two didn't really have like flavor, but the other one.
We might have to close that door.
I don't know. Can y'all hear that? It's not that loud.
So our backyard neighbors have remote cars that they be playing with outside.
That's just one. Poor lonely kid. Kids don't play outside like they used to. This kid be outside by himself with his little remote control car.
Listen.
Lori Harvey.
RL, okay, no, I get what you're saying now. I believe he would say that too. But anyways, let's first start with the reunion and how Portia was treated there. I really felt like that was just a whole setup to me. I mean, and first of all, Andy with these questions from random people around the country, they not from random people around the country. It's the production, I believe. But to be asking her the type of questions they were asking, this whole Bolo thing, it's just like, why? I feel like they were bullying or picking on her. And then to bring up the whole candy thing, to try and bring it full circle, I was like, y'all are really doing a lot with this girl. So I feel like that was just, like, enough was enough. Now, with this whole situation with, Simon, I don't know. I don't know. Obviously, we don't know them or whatever, but she's right. The optics of it do not look good. And after having talked about it with Lex and this whole, because I was just like, I don't understand why she didn't just wait more than a month after they've been dating to say, oh, we're engaged or whatever, we're getting married. Because let's say he wasn't married to anyone who was on the show, say he was completely single, it still sounds crazy to be marrying someone after only a month when you were just on TV trying to work things out with your daughter's father. It just seems like a lot. Like, I feel like J-Lo doing the same thing. Like, just take some time, relax.
Had Portia on J-Lo status?
I mean, it's just a similar situation.
That's a come up. I see you, Portia. Now I'm gonna have to really put some respect on her name. We putting her up with J-Lo?
Woo. Shut up.
I'm just saying.
So anyway,
I'm about to put this in both.
That's,
do you care?
That's cool. No, I don't care.
You don't like none of these, huh?
No, I do, but it's not gonna be as hot as it is by itself.
Right.
I need a napkin.
Girl, I didn't need one until I pulled back. See, that's what I'm talking about. Let me fly free.
Here, just take it. It's dripping down the bottom anyway.
You.
But anyways, after having talked it over with Lex, he was like, "Listen, she not gonna wait to say nothing. She got to put this information out now. She's an influencer, just like you're an influencer, and you have to remain relevant and keep your engagement going. Like some people just do whatever it takes, and." That's kind of where she is. Like, I'm looking at it like, this sounds crazy. Why would she do this? But when you in the middle of probably renegotiating contracts for a new season, because Real Housewives just ended, and that whole season was basically about her, it's like she has to really double down on, y'all cannot get rid of me. Y'all not going to downgrade me to no friend status.
That'd be crazy.
You're going to keep me in the center of the title card when the show comes on. So, because everybody in the comments is like, are y'all filming now? Y'all better be recording now.
Are you is Nene's off completely, right?
Yeah, Nene's gone.
Yeah, somebody gotta be that middle person or that
Yeah. So after all of this, I've just learned to really like disconnect myself and my feelings from these reality stars, and I don't really feel that attached to many, but Portia is one.
Yeah, I did like Portia a lot. I mean, I still do.
Yeah, it's really showing me kind of like the side of business that I feel like I was naive to, and it's like I feel like that's really just what's going on because
definitely had an announcement about her getting a 3-part something.
Yeah, she's getting a 3-part special on I don't even know what. Maybe planning her wedding. I don't know. But it's all about making money and keeping yourself valuable to the network. So it is what it is.
They don't care.
I'm definitely not Team Kenya or honestly that whole
he
cast.
Got 8 kids. You said Khadijah. He got 8 kids.
I didn't know he had 8 kids.
What's up, Val? Look, it's been so long. I forgot I got the effects in front of me. We got.
Hey Val. RLC. So I was thinking she might be pregnant too, and then she posted like a picture that she's so obviously showing us like I'm not pregnant, and then if you slide through the little carousel on Instagram, she basically like stopped speaking on things y'all don't know about.
Got feisty with him.
I'm like,
I don't gotta be pregnant to take your man.
This could be an old picture, Portia. We don't know, especially like because she changes her hair all the time. We can't like point to her hair is like this or But anyways, that would make sense at least for the engagement part in a way. Like I still would be like, you better make sure, but I could understand the sense of urgency because some people be having that. I wouldn't, but I could understand that other people do. Fallon has 3 from other relationships and Simon has a whole football team. Hey, Ebony.
Man, they do it different down south though.
What you mean they do it?
But I guess 8 kids sound crazy to up north.
Does.
Like,
but I mean,
I just say 4 would be like, dang, you got a big family. 8? Nah.
But honestly, I feel like men who make money and have businesses the way Simon do or does, and they're always gone. Their priority is making money. Not to say they're bad dads, but I feel like it's easier for them to just keep having kids because they're not the ones at home with them all day, every day. And also, they don't got to birth them either. So it's just like, it is what it is.
True.
That's like Robert and Annie from 90 Day. He do have 6 kids, including the one with her. She pregnant again, Ribble. He gonna never have any money fooling with this. With his high fertility rate he got. I want Fallon back now. In court documents, her name is spelled Faline. Wow. Yeah, I hope they bring Fallon back. I really do. And what I don't understand why Portia kept posting Simon and Dennis together as if that was like going to be an issue alongside of, I'm engaged, I love this man, and everyone's gonna be like, well, what does Dennis think? No, everyone's like, oh my God, that's Fallon's husband. You post a picture of y'all two. I don't care that Dennis gets along with him. Y'all agreed not to be in that relationship anymore, so it's likely that he's gonna be okay anyway.
All right, so what's the two sides? Team Portia and Team...
On the internet, it's Kenya. But in this situation,
so what are y'all?
Kenya's not really involved. A lot of people here are Team Portia, from what I'm seeing.
And other people are, I guess,
Team not Portia. Which a lot of times they end up
I want to know where y'all at, though.
Kenya.
Who's not with Portia? And that's fine.
Yeah, I want to know.
Because Ebony was not for it.
but it's because I like her so much.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's like, what are you doing, girl? That just looks crazy. And she admitted that it looks crazy. But I also want to be like, give yourself time to really understand like what you need in a relationship, especially now that you have a child, because that changes things back from when you were single with no kids. Kenya needs to worry about if Mark has unblocked her. Let Portia and her business be none of Kenya's. I know Kenya started posting this Nicki Minaj meme where Nicki is screaming into a microphone. Did I lie?
Kenya feels like she's always this close to being the star of the show, but just can't do it. I know. Just can't do it. It's and always one person. One person gonna beat her out.
That's her frustration.
She ain't had her way in decades.
Hey, Terry. Another woman from the New York cast. She married a man who dated and hooked up with both her castmates. So is what it. They say them other franchises be crazy. Like they always want to talk about the black women on Atlanta. Like nobody talking about them women on the Housewives of New York or the white woman in OC.
How did Utah one go?
I didn't finish it. Can you shut that, please? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, hey, mama. Kenya be trying too hard. Yeah, and the thing about Kenya is she never apologizes. Never. It's like, lady, you in your 50s. Apologize. Like the thing about Kenya is there was a time where I liked her. Mm-hmm. Because she was kind of crazy, but still, like, she wasn't more crazy than she was likable. Now it's flip-flop. Yeah, and it has a lot to do with her, to me, just kind of coming up with these crazy things in her brain, putting it out there, and being completely wrong or out of line, and won't ever apologize. Like, just say sorry, even if you don't mean it. Like, because you need people to like you. I'm sorry. You're going to be on the show. You got to have people who like you. Why do you think Portia is getting all this attention? People like her. They think she's funny. They think in their mind they could be friends with her if they ever knew her. No one's thinking that about Kenya. She's just a character, a crazy one. Yeah, Maureen. I felt that too. I was just like, this all just feels so wrong. But I'm going to hold out just a little bit longer for some sort of explanation, but still, I don't know. It just all looks bad. It all looks bad.
Especially when you popping. Like, she's popping. It's mad men in Atlanta.
I know, but...
Whatever, though.
Somebody brought up a good point.
What do he look like? I don't know. I'm that far removed.
I showed you, and you made it... You said... Oh, I forget what you said, but it was funny. It was funny what you said.
Nah, I'm gonna look him up. What's his name?
His name's Simon. Just say
Simon.
Search Portia and Simon. Kenya was okay when she would shade Portia and Nene, but now it's not fun and kind of creepy. Yeah, it's like the whole Bolo thing, it did feel like slut shaming. And it was like, why are you so invested?
He look like this?
Mm-hmm. It's like, why are you so invested in this girl? Like, do you think that by her sleeping with Bolo what do you think that's going to do to her reputation? Or like, Andy made even a good point. He was like, let's say, for sake of conversation, Portia did, have a one night with Bolo in South Carolina, but she doesn't want her mom to know it or someone else. This is television. Why can't you just let that be? And she was like, if she would come to me, she said, I would only understand it if she would come to me and say, look, sorry I called you a liar because I actually did do that, but can you just stop talking about it? And Kenya was like, and I would just drop it. I'm like, Kenya, shut up. Someone calling you a liar, is that serious? Y'all call each other liars all the time. You just don't have nothing to busy yourself with.
That's when keeping it real goes wrong. TV.
Yes, RL, it's messy. It's very messy and it's very entertaining. Like, I swear, I cannot. They better be filming right now because I can't wait until I think Thanksgiving or Christmas when they might come back, depending on how Corona affected everything. But I don't know. It is a violation of girl code. It really is.
I don't got no girl code.
Why not?
What's part of it?
I would never be engaged to someone's husband.
That's what you would. That's what you would never do.
But that is girl code. Like, you don't.
How many Team Porsches we saw?
A lot.
Oh,
shut up.
That was quick. All right, boy. Am I the a-hole gonna be quick this week? There's no girl code, y'all. Sorry. Every girl for himself.
For herself.
You're right.
Yes, Elijah. You're right about how she was with Candy. And that's why I was so glad that it came out in the end that she got the information from Phaedra. Like, it all made sense in the end. Not to say that she was more right than Kenya in this situation, but I was at least happy to get some type of resolution and closure with that. But yeah, that pissed me off. Like, that season, I couldn't stand Portia. Because I'm like, Candy of all people. Like, I don't even know Candy. But I know she wouldn't do that. I know she wouldn't do that. And like she said, Candy was like, I don't even drink.
Ain't Candy drugging people and having... So, no, I'm just playing, I know.
I don't even know.
That's part of the girl code, right? You wouldn't did that either. That's why I know there's no girl code. That show is literally the epitome of why there's no girl code.
I don't know. But anyways, let's get off Portia. I don't think girl code fake too. It's used to oppress other women based on what other women do or don't like. Oh, thanks, Khadijah. Yeah, they square now. I decided to give the pointy nails a break because it be hurting too much on, like, around the edges of my fingernail with the file when they try and make them pointy. It just be too much. My fingers be sore. And did you know Candy dated a man Tiny dated when they were teens? Remember AJ? Candy is messy too. And Block was married when they... Listen, it wasn't on the Housewives. No, I didn't know that about her and Tiny. That's wild. AJ. I do remember him. Mama Joyce couldn't stand him. He was another one who she was going to marry and he had like a bunch of kids and Mama Joyce was afraid. She was afraid that he was going to marry Candy and use all her money for his child support.
Oh, Lord. God, we got these buttons.
Mama Joyce did not play. What you laughing at?
Oh, that's how you gonna do me?
Sorry.
So what else y'all want to talk about? What else is going on?
Nah, it's 8:30. We about to have to...
Oh, Dad, it is 8:30. That went fast.
Yo, that's why I said do it at the end.
Yeah, they were young, 19 and 20. That's
I'll tell you what, man law starts about 15.
You know what, RL? I feel the same way because I was thinking the same thing. Like, all these men in Atlanta, or even in Portia's case, or someone like Portia, it's not just Atlanta. Like, shoot, Cynthia found her LA man and he moved to Atlanta for her. So it's like, this is not your only pool. But I understand when you're in a certain circle, you're only going to meet so many people, I guess, as far as who are likely candidates to be a partner. Now, I'm not saying that you can.
Eve somewhere across the water, across that lake, with a nice little white man. Living great.
And that's Serena. Exception to the rules. Same with Serena.
Some of y'all need to go ahead and find yourself a nice little prince. What's his name? What's the prince name?
No.
The redhead boy.
Oh, Harry. Yeah. I like Harry.
I'm saying, some of y'all need to go find a nice little Prince Harry and stop playing around. Like, y'all causing too much trouble.
Hey, baby. She needs something. Make up and hope for attention. Always for attention. It's a need to insult, disrespect another woman. It's the whole power.
Right.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're talking about Kenya. But yeah, anyway, I understand how you can get caught up in that same, like how you, so for example, tell me all the time when you're looking at other people or you see certain people on Facebook, you'd be like, this is why it's important to move out of your hometown. To sometimes, not everybody, but I honestly feel like most people could benefit because it breaks you out of your comfort zone.
I think everybody could benefit. You realize what your box is, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it don't really matter when it happens. I just feel like it should at some time.
Yeah.
This little piece of hair is bugging me. But anyway.
So we got a couple things planned today. Oh, hey, baby. Hey, don't be putting no, what's that, marijuana leaf? Don't be putting that on our live trying to get us caught up. Nah, what was I saying? Oh, we got a couple things this week. We have a card game that Ebony found. We're gonna do that. And then we got some Am I the A-holes. I didn't think they need this or that, so I kind of slipped on that.
Oh, that's okay. I feel like what we have will be enough.
And then Married at First Sight.
Yeah, let me see. We got that too. RL said, I dislike the folks who shout as if it's a positive thing. I never left my stoop. Like, okay, stoop kid. Right. Janet Jackson finessed the bag better than anyone. Oh, that billionaire.
Oh, yeah.
And we still ain't even really seen her baby. Celebrities really do a good. Some of them, her, J. Cole, and who else?
Kendrick B.
Carrie Washington.
Elle Varner.
Did Kendrick Lamar have any kids? Because I mean,
oh, you talking about Sash and kids?
Yeah, you'll never see these kids, man.
We would not know.
I want to see Carrie Washington's kids and J. Cole. I just want to see all of them, honestly, because I want.
J. Cole got a kid.
They look like, yeah, he got a kid. Shoot.
Pusha T put Drake there, right on Front Street.
He just said, "I'm good with my melanated kings." I know that's right.
Just don't take another woman's melanated king. That's all we saying. Some people just gonna have to look outside.
I really want to know what happened though, because I read that Simon and Fallon were only married for a year and a half.
You want some more?
I think this will be enough for me. But yeah, they were only married a year and a half.
Would you like some calamari?
No, thank you.
You know I swear.
Well, if you put them in the air fryer, I'll eat some.
I just put them in the microwave. They hot.
But they're gonna be soft.
Soft.
Oh my god.
Soft.
Hey, Bree. But I mean, if they're crunchy, we'll eat some. But I mean,
I'm eating them. If you don't eat nothing, that's on you. That's your situation.
Yeah, she does know how to keep her personal life personal. LaToya put Fallon's issues on blast on Candy. Speak on it. I started watching that, but I didn't finish it. I need to finish it. But I wonder what happened. A year and a half, because shoot, that means somewhere in that year and a half towards the end, maybe y'all were having issues enough. Like, and what is the divorce law in Georgia? Like, I know, for example, some places you have to be separated for at least a year before you can get an actual divorce filed.
That's Ebony's favorite divorce fun fact.
Well, that's the only one that I know. That's why.
I don't know why you know that one though. You should know.
Because I know someone.
Don't be knowing no tricks to how to get out of this thing.
They smell good.
Waft some.
Man, I mean, if y'all have a Miller's Ale House near y'all, get the calamari.
Oh man,
see, they soft, ain't they?
No, it's just that they kind of cool. I ain't get them right away.
She was like 3 baby daddies and back child support, and the men filed police reports on her.
Heck, LaToya's poor child. Who's LaToya?
LaToya forever. Or as Drew called her, LaToya never, ever, ever.
Oof.
I was like, oh! LaToya wanted to fight her. All right, so what you want to do next?
Let's do your card game. It's less thinking.
Okay.
All right.
So you have rules or something? Where does that go?
No. You said you had a whole. She gonna act like she didn't tell me. Yeah. I have the card, but I don't have the case.
Oh, I don't need a case. I just need the cards.
You got yours is right here.
Okay.
Go ahead, talk.
All right, I'm waiting so I can do my little thing. All right, you guys. So for this segment of our live, we are going to play Convo and Chill. If you've never heard of this game before, it's literally just cards in a box with controversial questions on them, made for discussion. And we're gonna try it out here on our live because I feel like this will be fun.
It's a thick old stack too.
Yeah, and I feel like these are questions that you wouldn't think about, but when you start, you wouldn't ask because you don't think about them. But when you think about it, let's just play.
So she tried to do some production work and pick out her favorites. So I stopped her so that we can do some of these off the top. But we're gonna go through some of her already previewed ones. We're gonna do 2 preview ones.
I always said we might need a bouncer for this type of game. I think it'll be good. A bouncer though. Okay. Oh, where's your cards at?
This is your segment, girl.
I know. All right, first question. Is it okay if your fiance wants to invite their ex to your wedding?
What y'all think?
I personally think if there are kids, let's say if these exes share a kid together and they're in a good space, I think it's healthy.
You done added a caveat. This is a yes or no. Is it okay?
No, it's a conversation.
All right, but I want to know the yes or no first, and then you can break down.
My
You can break
answers.
down your little. So what does that mean now?
So that means yes if there are kids involved and you're in a good space because it shows the child.
So the answer is
We're all
no,
happy.
technically.
But no, if there are no kids involved, there's no connection.
See, look, they know how to
there's
play
no
the
point.
game. They know how to play. No.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Thea. Hey, Mama.
Thea said nope.
Hey, Brianna.
What up? Oh, Thea's my aunt. She just came up from Atlanta
She
too.
surprised us.
For real.
But I think so. And the reason I say what I said is because if you guys watch Teen Mom OG, then you are familiar with Macy and Ryan and all that.
Elijah.
So when Ryan got married, Macy, his ex, she came to the wedding because they shared a child. And it was just a good moment for their son to understand, like, we're all family, we're all important, blah, 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 blah.
What's up, Rita?
Hey, Rita. So, yeah, that's why I say that. Because I saw that and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Okay. Well,
but if they had no kids, then no, it's not necessary.
All right, so what I'm going to need you to do is answer the question, then give your little bullet point. Don't try to cover CYA before you say your answer. You did too. Before you answer,
I didn't invite an ex to our wedding.
I know, but you tried to CYA your answer. All right,
let's
go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. By the way, I agree. Actually, let me see, what's this? If your fiance wants to invite their ex.
I don't see the point.
I want to play devil's advocate, but there's just no reason.
Yeah, I don't see the point of it unless... I don't see the point of it. Like I said, unless there's a child involved and you're trying to co-parent in a way that's healthy and family-based, then there's no real need for it.
I would say if they took out that part about forever holding your peace, yeah, you could come through. But I'm not giving nobody a chance to mess up the tens of thousands of dollars you probably spent.
They didn't ask us that at our wedding.
I know. For a reason. Anyone know?
But you know what? That minister could have asked, and we just didn't understand.
Ebony, I understood him. You didn't.
We got married in Mexico, and so our minister was Mexican, and he had a really thick Spanish accent. All I remember thinking was, listen, because it's not gonna be like I was. It's my wedding day, so my mind was like all over. I'm looking. All my senses are on 10. I'm like, no, listen to what he's saying because you can't be like, huh. Every 2 seconds.
I'm sure you wouldn't be the first. Who stuttered at their wedding? I know some of y'all had weddings. Who had the stutters?
Arl said, if the ex is giving a nice gift, sure, come on. You gonna give us some grand monetary gift?
What if he's a $40 million man? Did that change anything? Anybody changing? Your ex got $40 million. You inviting them? You know what that register?
I know, right? If there are no kids involved and my fiance wants to invite his ex, it might be time to look for a new fiance. Absolutely.
And that's how Portia end up with your man.
Be quiet.
Nah, all right, let's do the next one.
All right, next question. Oh, this one is kind of easy, not controversial at all. Where do you want your next vacation to be? And I think this is good because, vaccinations are flourishing. I saw a bunch of masks on the ground the other day, so people are really going hard with this no mask thing anymore. So where do y'all want to go for vacation? I want to go somewhere.
Your dad stuttered?
Oh.
That's what happens to the best of us.
Look, Barack Obama stuttered during the swearing in, so it happens to the best of us.
I mean, he was about to be the first black president. I feel you.
But he ended up saying, or someone ended up saying, that the person who was reading the thing was actually reading it incorrectly, so it was messing him up.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what you were talking about too.
Oh, African guys said Vegas for a meet and greet. We ain't forgot.
I was thinking about that
We
too. I was
did
thinking
not
about
forget.
saying that. Ooh, Greece. You're not
San
lying.
Diego. Yeah, we wanted to go to California for our 5-year anniversary last year, but obviously.
Man, I was looking at one of those destination Instagram pages, and they had this nice one, look like a volcano with like a water, like it just looked beautiful, right? Come to find out, it's whatchamacallit, Universal Studios Orlando. I'm like, we could get there.
Yeah.
We could get there easy.
Oh,
It looked
yeah.
nice too. It's called something volcano something Orlando, but man, look that up. It looked nice.
Hi, Joseph. Oh, Bora Bora stuff. Yes, I
really
always
thought-
want to go to Bora
Yeah,
Bora.
I thought it was Bora Bora. I gotta find that video.
That water
'cause-
is clear.
Where did we go with the clear water that I was loving? In the white sand?
We went.
It was a part of the cruise. You was like, we went to that?
The Cayman Islands.
That was the Cayman?
That was so beautiful, and they had butterflies all over. I'm like, is there a butterfly
Yeah.
farm around
Yeah,
here?
it
or
was
something?
crazy.
Is that a thing?
Turks and Caicos.
Yes, or I want to go to Greece too, and Turks and Caicos.
Dominican Republic. I'm a little worried about that spot. I'm not gonna lie. That got X'd off my list.
Let's see. Okay, next question.
Now we go blind. You had your
God.
fun. All right. Now you can't give no description. I thought this was good because let's see how you like this game. You don't know. All right. Should people marry for love or security?
Wow.
There we go. Should people marry for love or security? That means you got to choose one or the other. Obviously, we all don't think that, straightforward. So, we all want a mix. But
Like ass portion.
if you had to security, okay.
I think love, and I know, and I say that because love, if you truly are, what?
RL, keep going. You was on a roll.
I think love because if you're truly in love with, your wife, husband, vice versa, if y'all are truly in love, you will work hard enough to make sure that you are secure because you'll care about that person's needs and wants and all of that. When you marry for security, that can be a lonely life because there can be all this money available to you, but if that person doesn't really love you, then we all know how that can go. So I would much rather marry for love and build up to a certain level of security, which I'm assuming they mean money. Yeah, because you would just care enough about the other person that you want to make them proud, support them, whatever. It'll all come together, I think.
I like Bree's answer. The first time love, the second time go security. Yeah, I like that one.
Elijah says love because security is a facade. One hiccup and the relationship is over. Yeah, like people start cheating and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, that's another thing. If you don't love the person, why would you remain faithful and make sacrifices and do things that only benefit the other person? Like, no, you'd be miserable.
Thea got the cheat code.
What she
Just
said.
because you found a nice man don't mean nothing, Thea. So that's that love with someone with money, or at least a good
Now, then that's another thing too. There can be a lot of situation present, or I won't say situation present, but there can be a lot of evidence present before getting married to know, like, is it smart for us to get married right now? Like, you can have all the love in the world, but if the person you're with is okay with only making, I don't know, minimum wage till the cows come home, they don't really have much ambition, or they don't see themselves working any harder than what they already are. They just kind of content with a mediocre, or maybe whatever you feel is not enough. Then that might not be the person for you because you do need to have a balance, if you have that conversation with them and they're like, well, I'm good with making minimum wage until retirement, and you're not, then that might not be a situation you even want to get into, because that speaks more to the love side. Like, they're not willing to make any sacrifice. They're not willing to compromise, all of the above. So that's important too.
Yeah, somebody could hold security over you.
I have some girls said security doesn't always mean money. Yeah, that's true too. That's very true.
All right, let's do a couple more because we only did 15 minutes. This is nothing. We're going through these kind of quick.
BB said, "What is this love you're speaking about?" What is? That's the horrible British accent.
I was gonna say, you really about to do what? All right.
What is this? That's not it.
All right. Should you tell your partner everything, or is keeping some things private needed for a healthy relationship? I wish I
That's a good question. I like that question. Because I think that I don't know. It really just depends.
How big this?
Yeah, like, is. Or what does that really mean?
Yeah, because it's saying keeping some things private, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a secret.
Yeah, like, for example,
you're not about to use. What are you about to say?
Like,
I don't know what you're about to say.
My mind went to hygiene, for example.
For whose hygiene?
No, just like, as far as not having to share everything. Like,
I get what
like, some things don't necessarily need to be shared in order to have a healthy relationship. It's just some people feel like they want to share because they're like, I want to tell you everything, and I don't think there's really anything wrong with sharing everything, but I don't think it's necessary for a healthy relationship, like every single thing all the time, because sometimes your thoughts are your thoughts, and maybe you don't want to talk about it. It's just because sometimes you'll have thoughts and you're like, dang, where did that even come from? Or I no longer feel like that.
Robin says she needs all the data. She says, I want to know everything.
Hey, Ranisha. The wrong button.
There is the love.
Yes,
give it a tugboat.
I think
that's how you gonna do me?
I think it makes sense to keep some things private. If it's not a big deal. Yeah, like, I feel like, I don't know. Yeah, everything is not necessary. Because, like I said, some thoughts are just thoughts, or...
Yeah, and they aren't even something you might... You know how serious some of your thoughts are, and sometimes it's not like that.
Or sometimes, you know how, for example, sometimes people will say, don't ever respond to an email mad. Write it out if you have to, but then go to sleep, wake up the next morning, and then send it or rewrite it, whatever, if you still feel the same. Now, let's say with your spouse, you just said it all at once instead of like really going through the process and the emotions of it and being like, you know what, that's not even actually how I feel. This is how I feel. Like, now you created this firestorm for no reason.
And that's what I was thinking about Elijah. For real. He said some things private because me and my always be talking about you. Sometimes I might not want her to know that something that she does annoys me, because it might not be that much of an annoyance though. But I can be like, she did it again.
Yeah, that's a good example. Yeah, because sometimes, like, for me, I can realize in myself, like, Ebony, you just irritated. It's really nothing to do with him tapping that pen. You just irritated. So relax, Yeah. Or it has nothing to do with how he only... I don't know. It's just some things that just don't need to be spoken about because it's fleeting, it's temporary.
Yeah, it's funny because she doesn't like when I snore, but the funny thing is what she doesn't know. This is a world premiere.
PSA.
World premiere. I like when she snores. It helps me go to sleep. And so when you do your snore, I'll be like, perfect. It's like the perfect white noise. Like, for real to me, I'm like, what better make me go to sleep than a sleepy person? You know what I mean? I don't know. That's me. But,
oh, my God.
What?
Nothing. Oh, hey, Lavinia.
All right. Let's do...
Hey, Bags. Oh, my God.
Make sure y'all hit like, too.
Yeah. Don't forget to hit like on your way in.
If you just walked in, we're playing Convo and Chill.
So it's basically just a game of asking controversial questions for the purpose of discussion. Why are you making that face?
I don't like this one. I mean, we could do it, but it's dumb.
I thought you smelled something.
Nah.
So skip it.
Yeah. All right. How would you feel if your partner asked you to... Nah, I don't like that. This is a sign a prenup one.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah. That's why I want
People always talk about that.
a juicy one. Okay, should women pursue men? Let's see how everybody's feeling. Should women pursue men?
Yes. I felt like I pursued you a little bit. Not enough to
Boy,
make
then
you...
you wasn't about to get a man then. What are you
I
talking
got
about?
a man though.
I got a woman. What do you mean?
See, that was the whole
Okay.
thing. I was gonna say I pursued you enough to make you think you were pursuing me.
You think you're a mastermind?
Because I could have just went home that day, you know.
That just sounds like I did my thing and you stayed. That's what that sounds like.
Yeah, but I think in a traditional sense, a lot of people probably would say no. Like, no, I'm not gonna go ask a man for his number or ask him out on his date or on a date or whatever. But I think that there's a plethora of ways to let a man know that you're interested. It doesn't necessarily have to be the typical pursuing ways. If that makes sense.
I think sometimes you have to. Like,
yeah, because
regardless.
sometimes men might think,
And
does
you
she
know what?
even like me?
I'll take it even further. Like, with more things in life, I think everybody, women especially, like jobs. Like, sometimes you got to say something to people for them even to realize. Like, because as cool as we could have been, we could have just been friends. You know what I mean? And that would have been fine, especially in college.
Fine.
Like, no, I meant like we would have been fine with it. You know how many people, like, because think about how many people we knew, each of us, that probably, you know, could have been trying to date us, but we're just like, nah.
Earl says, every relationship I've had, I had to like her more than she liked me, or it didn't work. So I changed my answer. She shouldn't pursue. Let it be known she's available.
Okay. Would that be considered pursuing, letting someone know that you're available?
It's a form, I think, because it's doing something proactive in that direction of.
So in that sense, in a little bit, you could say you pursued me. I was still first, though.
What was it that I did?
See, now you don't even know what you did, so I take it back.
No,
but
I do know, but I want to know what you think it was.
What you think it was?
I asked first.
I hate that rule. Hitting Lance.
Yeah.
All right. She called or texted my friend while she was in the car with me about my status. And he texted me immediately
which I was like,
man,
dang, Lance.
That's man law. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, y'all can have your laws and codes, but we can't.
No, y'all can. Y'all just can't agree to them. So we have an agreement. Hey, she's feeling you. You in, bro. You in. He could have liked her too, but he got the word that I'm, you know what I mean? I'm in the front of the line in your mind. So, yeah.
Elijah says yes, but not for the duration of the relationship, just to make the guy interested. I don't need no woman showering me with gifts like I'm a city girl.
You could have flew me out. I know that much.
Listen, take your city girl moments and relish.
I would love to. It was some show that was like that where somebody was they were dating WNBA stars.
Oh, thanks for Anisha.
Yeah. Oh wait. I was driving, but it was too.
I was driving, but that was so cute. Y'all better snort. You better snort, Eb. Oh, and another thing, I will let him know I'm interested, but I'm not pursuing. That's something I would probably say. Like, look, I'm gonna let you know right now that I like you, but whatever. And so whatever you want to do with that, it's on you now.
Damn, ball's in your court, huh?
Yes. So you can't say you ain't know what I thought. No, you know. Oh, African girl says she's too shy to pursue. Yeah, I was surprised at myself for even texting Lance because I knew there was a chance that it would get back to him, but I was like, I don't care. I need to know. So it's like, I think that helped too. Like, I liked him so much when we first met that I was, the thought of like not being able to get to know him more or possibly make it into something more, I was like, ooh, let me try and fix this.
Elijah, but it was funny because they just were following him around. Dad, what show was that? I forget.
That happened to me and my fiance. I asked my friend if he was single, but she told him I liked him. So he hit me up on Facebook, and now it's been 9 years. Yep. Oh, thank goodness for your friend.
Your friends will do it. Your friends push you right off a ledge, boy.
Terry says, show me with gifts. Look, I don't care. I take them. Ara says, not always. I opened the door for a woman and she said she was in a relationship. I was confused.
You didn't want to know?
Girl, I can't stand when women do that. Like, just say thank you and keep it moving. No, like, cause had you let that door slam in her face, she'd have been sucking her teeth out crazy.
Mom said this is a bottomless bowl of noodles.
I know, it was 3 bowls of them.
Yeah,
so, cause we were trying all different flavors.
Yeah. It's a lot too. Every scoop is a lot. We were trying, for those of y'all that missed it, Master P. It's so much light. Master P's.
Yeah, I'll hold it closer. Master P wrap snacks, the creamy chicken gumbo.
Nah, what is this? Beef prime rib with E40 on it. Mm-hmm. And then we got Louisiana hot and spicy chicken with Bootsies on it.
Who I like to call Mr. Mark Zuckerberg. Put me back on Instagram.
Boosie bad.
Can you put them over, please? Thanks.
That beat. I gotta turn that down.
Okay.
All right, where we at?
You pick another one.
Yeah, he does. Because I definitely had to pour the Louisiana hot. We poured the Louisiana hot in the other ones. It tastes good like that, though. I don't know how you felt.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. Honestly, I was afraid of how salty these would be because, ramen noodles can be, like, crazy salty. But this actually felt like more broth on a lighter side than noodle. So, it was good, though. I tried, I failed. I think I don't remember. I asked the guy, so do you do birthdays? He said, what girl, I ain't no stripper. I play pro ball. I said, and? I blame my girl. Poor BB. He shouldn't have been rude like that.
People be feeling themselves.
Like, okay, you play ball, so what?
He said pro ball. He didn't say for the Knicks. Over there playing in Palestine.
Val said, which ones were the best? I feel like the chicken gumbo was the best.
I feel like if they had more seasoning in them, and maybe you know what we could do next time, and knowing what we know, add more water. I mean, less water.
I would say more.
My bad, G.
Yeah, just probably enough just to cover the noodles.
Because I think we're so used to making the noodle, dumping out a lot of the, water.
Yeah, we ain't had these kinds.
Yeah, we haven't had cup of noodles in a minute.
What I really want to do, because I love noodles, ramen, all of that. So you guys been seeing, I don't know if you've been seeing on YouTube, but people been making ramen with the packet from the ramen.
People be taking old jailhouse.
The Japanese mayonnaise, minced garlic, and an egg.
Oh, yeah,
and they beat it in the bowl. Take the hot boiling water from the noodles that they were cooking and pour that in. And then put the noodles in and mix it. I can't wait to try it. You like, okay.
Yeah, I don't want no raw egg in my noodles.
I think it'll be good. I mean, the boiling water cooks the egg.
Nah, we had that before, though, at the
That wasn't that, though.
It was. I had an egg in mine that was cooked with the noodle like this. I just don't like
No,
eggs
that was
like
a boiled egg. This is a scrambled egg that you pour.
Yeah. So you already cooked it, scrambled it.
No. So you.
I don't want it. I don't want it. Like, it's not cooked. It's still an uncooked egg. No.
It's gonna get cooked when you pour the boiling
and
water
I've had
on
that.
it.
It didn't work for me. Nah.
Anyways, okay, let's pick another.
It needs to look like brains. My eggs look like brains.
Let's pick another card. And can you pass me the cupcakes, please?
Yeah, here. Take one from.
Okay. Hey, why you holding on?
I'm not. These are some good. Look, you got one, baby.
Cool too.
Look at that. Dang, why you?
Oh, can you tell in the first few dates if you want to marry someone? I think some people can.
I feel like somebody can feel like they can, but.
Yeah,
can you flip that back over? I just want to make sure I'm reading it right. Can you tell in the first few dates if you want to marry someone? Yeah, I think you can tell in the first few dates if you want to marry someone.
I knew in the first couple of dates or times that we spent together, I knew that I wanted to be in a relationship with you. I wasn't questioning, like, I don't know, I'm just saying, like, I was like, no, he's going to be my boyfriend. Maybe not at this moment, but he will be.
Also, this isn't a can anybody tell. This is for you personally. Mm-hmm. Can you tell in the first few dates if you want to marry someone?
Oh, African gal, actually, yes, I still do. I actually just started back this week eating Takis and cream cheese and jalapeno. Literally just this week started back up with it.
She definitely did.
I try not to eat it that often though, because I think all that cream cheese makes me break out. But it's still just as good as I remember it. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I just had to throw away a couple of the jalapenos this afternoon because they went bad. But anyway, yeah, keep passing the cupcakes, please. Mm-hmm. Thank you. And this game was sent to me by one of those
mail impact things.
It's like a site like for influencing. It was one of those sites. Like it's y'all don't care. Y'all wouldn't. I'm about to say what like it's too much of like the back office. You showing them how to noodles is made. Yes, I'm not sure if it's for sale or where you can buy it.
Read the card again.
Can you tell in the first few dates that you
a little slower because they're trying to understand it.
How about you read it?
Can you tell? You see that? Can you tell in the first few dates if you want to marry someone? So really, it's like, have you ever been on a date or a first few dates with somebody and been like, yeah, I'm trying to lock this down. This is it. It's not saying if it's going to be successful. It said, do you want to marry, like that? Can you tell that you want to marry them? I don't think it'd take me long to figure out if I want to marry someone.
What?
I don't think so. That's what I knew with you. I told you what my situation was coming into. I hate going and telling long stories. When I first got into, I know I'm trying. When I went to school in college, I met a guy who actually his name is Alex too, and he was with his high school girlfriend, and we're both away from our hometown. So I'm like, you gonna stay with her? Blah blah blah. He's like, yeah. I was like, so what? You would marry her? And he was just like, why would I be in a relationship with her if I didn't want to marry her? And like for some reason that clicked to me, and I was like, all right, next girlfriend I have, that's got to be one I'm taking serious. I don't want to just have a girlfriend. You know what I mean? So years and years and years later, I met you. And
years and years and
years.
Yeah, just that many years.
Yeah, it was years and years. Just 3 at least. Nah, but so in my mind, I was already taking like my conversations with you serious, and we had like real dope conversations. And I think we told y'all before the first day we met, we were together from like AM time, some AM time.
PM to AM.
No, but I mean, it might have been like 11 a.m. that I went to do my car. We didn't usually go that late in the afternoon.
What I'm saying, when we met. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, we did meet in that afternoon.
Yeah, so. Yeah. But anyway, we stayed together till what, like till the sun came up the next morning. So we had like really.
We're literally standing outside because it was like, okay, we're gonna go home now, and then he walked me to my car, and I just never got in my car until the sun came up.
Yeah, so
Terry says she's been asked twice though, and I declined. So maybe there's something wrong with me. No, that's nothing wrong with you. You know what you want versus what you don't want.
Yeah, I think that's important.
It'd be one thing if you just kept accepting engagements that you knew you didn't want. That would be a whole different story. Yeah. I lock eyes and my mind gets to racing and it's a wrap. I got you. Lavinia said, all right, no problem. Yeah, I've been engaged for 6 years and people keep asking me why we don't just get married. That's your business. And guess what? It's none of our business. None of our business.
I thought you were going to put that as the clip.
What you mean? When we were singing last time. I love that little clip.
Lavinia's still with the same person since 91.
Elijah.
What? The belly button and the back of them ears don't stink. You might even say, oh yeah, Elijah said he in Buffalo with the wings. We definitely gotta go.
What?
He said the wings are bomb up there.
I
got people up there, so we should be going up there.
Oh, hey Emma. Yes, Max, I'm in the same boat with you. What? All right,
I don't know how y'all ears be smelling back there.
I like these questions.
All right, one more, and then we go to Am I the A-hole? All right. If you were trapped in one city for the rest of your life, which city would it be? I feel like I haven't been there yet.
I know. So it's hard to say.
Like, I haven't been to California or Texas yet. I just really don't feel like I can answer this properly. Or New Orleans. I ain't been nowhere.
Yeah. I feel the same.
if you were trapped in one city for the rest of your life,
it would just have to be a city. If anyone can name this city, then maybe that's where I need to be. A city that has
not Charleston.
a city that has a great restaurant.
RL just messed me up. I forgot. You can think of cities overseas too. Go ahead.
A city that has great restaurant. I don't know what's it called.
Culture.
Yeah, restaurant culture or options like that. We can get all 4 seasons, and there's not a lot of racism.
Not a lot, damn.
You know,
boy,
like
black
there's
people
some
just
places.
Well, we'll take the racism. Just I hope it's not a lot.
Because what I'm
like,
saying
man,
is
it's tough being black.
there are some places where you immediately think, oh, I won't go. You know, like not a whole lot is what I mean. Because everywhere we go is going to be some. You know, it's just how it is. And what else? Not a lot of traffic. Like I expect to be some traffic, but not so much traffic that's the first thing you think of when you think of this place. Carl says there's no city on Earth. Sorry. Oh gosh.
Oh man.
I moved to Houston and been out here almost 7 years, but I wouldn't want to be stuck here. So how do you like it? Like, I see a lot of people.
Did you answer?
I didn't name a place. I said if anyone knows this city, tell me what it is.
The question
I don't know which city that is.
You have to choose.
Like I said, or like you said, actually, you feel like you haven't been there yet, and I feel the same. So I can't.
I know, but I'm still gonna answer this question somehow.
Well, wherever you are is where we're gonna go. So your answer's mine.
All right. I mean, I was gonna get trapped by myself. I didn't know I was bringing a wife with me. I thought I get to start over.
I don't know. They didn't say nothing about leaving your family behind. So
I think that's in the little liner right there. Leave your family. I feel like I'd probably be.
Oh, Thea said Philly.
I'm about to say I kind of feel that too. I was thinking Philly or Jersey, somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I like this area. I like this part of the world. I like the not too much talking to strangers, but enough if you know people. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I like the coldness. So I don't know if I could leave that behind.
Yeah, I like the season change. I don't need it to be like how California has that hot weather all year round. I don't necessarily need that in my life. I understand completely why people go after it, but I don't need that. Listen, I'm already prepared to be treated like a foreigner, so that's that. I know, Leah. Ooh, Honolulu. Yeah, I have family that live in Hawaii full time. My only thing about Hawaii is it's so far. You know, it's like
you're trapped. It don't matter. Nobody coming.
Pretty much like Amazon and other shipping sites. You know, you go on Nordstrom.com. Do they ship to Hawaii, or is it going to be extra $20 to go to Hawaii? You know, like that's the type of stuff I'd be thinking about. Because I can't imagine during COVID what those shipping rates were for people in Hawaii last year. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So.
Cool. All right.
Oh yeah, I was wondering. I forget who said they live in Houston, but I was curious to know, like, because I see a lot of people on social media moving to Texas in general, and they getting these big, nice apartments, and I'm like, gosh, these are so pretty, and they're probably like $1,000 a month, something wild, affordable. So,
said it's cold in Cali right now. See, but I don't want to be surprised there's snow. Like, if
I'm
like praising the Lord when I see snow, that's like I need more. Shoot. We want more. What's that from?
Commercial with those kids.
All right, so we are gonna do Am I the A-hole now.
Oh, where's my phone? Oh, here it is.
All right, so we're doing Am I the A-hole. As you can see, we got a little spinny top over there.
Dang it. Backwards.
I know I did the same. See, that's why I went smooth like that. Anyway,
Alex built this.
Yeah, thank you. So basically, we're gonna read a situation, and we're gonna have 2 times to judge them. All right. So first, we're gonna read the topic, and you're gonna say whether this person is an a-hole or not. Then we're gonna read the actual situation, and me and Ebony are gonna choose a side via that spinner. Did I point to it? Okay. Yeah. And we're gonna be somebody's gonna be the lawyer of the person to figure out, is this person the a-hole? You guys can be the jury.
Robert said, "Come through with the production quality."
All right. Now, Ebony has picked these out. I have no idea about any of them. Let's go.
All right.
Baby, I did this whole intro so you can get ready and we can. I need a new co-host.
Sorry.
Got one thing to do. She over here in these cupcakes. Look, it looked like a horror scene too.
Okay. Am I the a-hole for not paying my share of my child's private college tuition?
For not paying your share of your child's private school tuition.
Private college.
Private college.
Just say college tuition. I don't know.
I'm gonna say private college.
Cause all not all, but college, private versus public, they all expensive.
There's a private college.
Yeah, some colleges. I think like Duke is a private university. Like,
what does that mean?
It's privately funded. Like there's no state money going towards it.
Okay. All right, I didn't know that. I just went to a HBCU. So.
Yeah, like Morgan State funded.
Yeah,
so.
That didn't get their funds. By the way, they getting some back pay from the state.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Morgan. All right, what was the question again?
Am I the a-hole for not paying my share of my child's private college tuition? Yeah, Harvard is private too.
I just never thought about it.
Cause it's all expensive. You know what I'm saying? That's private, public.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm still paying.
Yeah. Cause it's not like public school versus private school where one is free and one is paid. You know, so all costs.
One more time.
Am I the a-hole for not paying my share of my child's private college tuition?
All right. So here's this. We're gonna spin the wheel. Would you like to do it or me?
You can do it.
All right. Let's see how this goes. All right. So the answer is no. He's not there. All right. Let's read through it.
Okay.
I can't even take notes.
My child has accepted a partial athletic scholarship and partial academic scholarship at a $50,000 a year school. Scholarships cover roughly half, and her father is demanding that we split the remainder three ways. 1/3 dad, 1/3 me, 1/3 child. I guess that's the scholarship money. He makes 6 figures. I left my job making $60,000 a year to go back to school myself and pursue a different career. So I have very little income coming in. I borrowed against my primary residence to cover expenses while I'm in school. I do have a rental property that I could sell, but it would make my renter homeless or at least put him in a financially crippling position, and he has paid rent through the entire pandemic, so that seems morally wrong to me. We divorced 10 years ago, and he has essentially been a 2 weekends a month dad. Other than court-ordered child support, he does very little in the way of parenting. I feel that it's his turn to step up and help in a bigger way since he's in a better spot financially, but he's whining that he's being penalized for earning more money. Also to note, my child had the opportunity to do Running Start for 2 years, nearly free college tuition in high school and didn't want to, and had an opportunity to apply for an ROTC scholarship. There are several less expensive options, but this is the dream school and nothing else will do. I am torn because I love my child dearly and want them to succeed, but feel unappreciated for everything I've done for the past 18 years and reluctant to do more given the nasty attitude and entitlement I'm on the receiving end of, both from them, mostly the ex, and mild version from my kid.
The kid?
Acting probably like, Mom, I have to go get the money. We need to figure this out. You know how sometimes kids can be, they don't understand. They be bratty. Okay.
All right, well, I mean, clearly, she's not in the greatest position.
Yes.
She's trying to better herself. The one thing that she kind of has going for her to keep, her in the game, she could sell it, yes. But that would then affect a whole other human being, probably a family.
Yeah.
And old boy's making You said
6 figures.
6 figures, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is how much? At least?
At least 100.
At least 100,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, and we know in the age of this kid, basically, he's probably 17, about to turn 18. You know what that means, right?
What?
He turning 18.
And no longer a minor.
So what's the dad ain't gonna have that child support in a second. He's just gonna have 6 figures on his body, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I think, mind you, also, my client has been taking care of this kid most of the time of this kid's life. There's been 10 years he's been out. That's a 7-year-old. 7 years old. Since then, bam, bam, bam. You had him a couple days here and there. Then bam, I'm really, growing this boy into a man. And you aren't there with your heaps of money and your new, probably was your mistress. Let's be real.
Oh my God.
Probably was your mistress. You know what I mean? With your new thing. Why are you mad at me? And now I was only making 60. You know what I mean? To your six figures. I know. Don't be. You want to help me? I'm about to get the win.
Go ahead. Can you turn that fan some a little, please?
Don't try to throw me off when I'm on a roll. Don't try. I bet you are because I'm winning. Anyway, you know what? I don't even think this speaks for itself. She's trying her best to be the best mom out there. Mm-hmm. How many of you guys know a mom that's just trying her best to be the best mom? Mm-hmm. I do. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. I see you. Exactly. So, I think using reasonable thinking, you know what I mean? Or even, how about this? Let her get a pass and pay you back once she gets her life together. But you know what her situation is. She's trying to do better. I don't know how you could do this to her. And then to rope my son into it and make me the bad guy?
Well, first of all, aside from everything else, there definitely needs to be a conversation had with the son, because he's old enough to understand what sacrifices mean, that money doesn't grow on trees, all of the above. He needs to understand that this sense of entitlement he has is privilege. That's point blank, period. But I don't think she necessarily should have put that in the post or whatever. But I understand her frustration. Now, I do feel like what she can do in this situation is not just say, I can't do it, I don't have the resources. Instead of just defending her position, what I would like to do is suggest to her some things that she can do to help the situation, versus just feeling like she's helpless. Because at the end of the day, she wants to be able to send her child to college. I'm sure she loves him with all her heart and wants to see him succeed and be this great accomplished person in the world. So I'm not just going to sit here and defend her incapability. I'm going to say to her, how about we look at some student loans? And I know student loans are wildly whatever, but they are an option. How about we look at even some private loans? Maybe not a student loan, but a private loan.
That's funny you saying that. That's the only way I know to do it. So,
or let's figure out some more scholarships, because I'm newly
that's what she
unemployed.
She already brought that up. That she brought these things up and he didn't do.
Did I interrupt you?
Just making sure you know. You start spewing false information.
Say yeah, he's still wrong. Anyways, I feel like she can, since she's newly unemployed, they can hit up that FAFSA application again and say, hey, I no longer make $60K a year. This is what we're...
Please, I'm sorry. You got my teeth. Ooh. I don't know
You're
why.
Just being extra.
No. I'm sorry. No, you're good. You were doing... Actually, I'm confused. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to say you're doing good, though, because I support you, baby.
How are you confused?
Keep doing it. Keep doing the thing.
Are your hands clean?
Smell them.
No.
All right,
no. RL says, I was mad at my parents because they couldn't afford to send me to the University of Miami or Georgetown, so I know what it's like to get into a dream school and not be able to go. Understandably so. Both sides college is always a tough situation when money is not free flowing and not an issue. Because everyone wants the best, of course, but money is, you either have it or you don't, and it can create resentment and all that other stuff. But it's just one of those things we have to be realistic. So instead of her kind of staying in this, like I said, in this position of I don't know what to do, I can't figure it out. Let's be proactive and trying to come to a solution. And not because your kid is giving you attitude, but because at the end of the day, I'm sure she just wants to send him to his dream school anyway. Because like she said, he could have done whatever program in high school, but he didn't do it.
And got a scholarship with arts.
Yeah, and he didn't do that either. So there is some onus on this child to be like, listen, you had every opportunity to get more money and you only decided to go this route. And you left money on the table purposely. So guess what? You're going to have to take out a loan. You can still go, but you're going to have to hold up your end because you didn't do everything you could. So she's not completely helpless. We can get this figured out.
I don't know if you really... Can I see your thing?
Why?
I just want to read it again. I wish I did it while you were talking. Sorry.
She should have counted the cost before agreeing. I don't think she agreed. I think he got accepted, and it was this is where I'm going.
Here it is again. He got accepted, and then the father demanded that we split the remainder 3 ways. This wasn't a talked about situation.
Well, see, the thing about
I'm just saying because
I was just gonna say demanding is like it's extra. Like of course. Even if it was on her end, let's say she was the one making 6 figures and the father wasn't making that much money, she still would be like, we all need to figure this out together.
Yeah, it's
not really a demand.
It is a demand if you're saying this is how we're doing it. And that's what I just wanted to point out.
If the money ain't there, it ain't there.
Right,
so.
That's what she's saying. But I just wanted to point that out because a lot of people were saying that she shouldn't have agreed to this. But she never agreed in this. She said the father demanded that we do it this way. Just putting that out there.
Yes, RL, you gotta stop. $50,000 a year for 4 years, that's $200,000. Even if she was put money away, let's say she only got up to $75,000. Like, that's a lot of money too. But these crazy school tuitions, this is wild. I wonder what school he got into. Terry said, sounds like someone with no kids. I'm just confused why they didn't have a college fund.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't recently. Yeah, I think it was a recent thing. Like, I don't think he always made 6 figures. And also, depending on where he is in that 6-figure range, 6 figures could still be more like 75,000.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because once you get into the 6-figure salary range, that tax bracket immediately changes. And a lot of times people get that much money. Oh, I got to get a bigger house. I got to get a bigger car. Now, obviously, those things are irresponsible to do, but no one's thinking, I don't say no one, but a lot of people don't think about the long term. So, $100,000, let's say you're making $150,000 can feel more like $80,000 once you pay taxes and handle all your other bills. And then don't let this child have, we're not even thinking about whatever he needed growing up. Like, kids sometimes need more than just food and clothes. They got activities, maybe health issues, the random extracurriculars, trips, camps, all this kind of stuff.
He wasn't worried about none of that.
Yeah, that's true. So
he didn't have to deal with none of that.
Shalonda said renegotiate the child support to highlight the new circumstances. I think it's too late because he's about to go to college, so it's almost like
I'm gonna be real as a man. I don't think I don't know.
Oh, yeah, now they both should have been put money up. That's a good point, RL. Yeah.
But if I'm really good in my situation, because then you say the father's with somebody, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
He makes 6 figures. She never said that. He could be with someone, but she never mentioned it.
I wonder why she left her job.
To go back to school.
No, I meant like why now? I get.
Oh, that. I know. Right before her son goes to college.
She probably thought
sometimes people do things like that to kind of force the hand of those around them. Yeah, because it's like, well, you ain't. It's no issue. I mean, no way you can get it from me. So you're gonna have to handle this. she ain't bank on that father doubling down on no.
I wonder what happened.
If he got into his dream school, I'm sure he probably got into some other schools too. So that needs to be talked about too. Like, let's really sit and think about why you don't want to go to these other schools. They could be really good, they cost less, or whatever. Let's see. She probably was looking for security. Men show themselves when they get money. And she was like, let me go back to school and get my own security. Yeah, especially.
That's why I was saying, like, she's trying to better herself. Clearly.
Yeah. And it sounds like she's having a hard time just even dealing with how she's handling these situations. Like, it doesn't sound like she has a whole lot of confidence, or like she's letting her child make her feel away. Like, girl, you've been doing everything for all these years. Like,
yeah,
don't worry. Khadijah says, I'm still here. I got a chance to babysit my godson this week, and I have him until next week as well. Wow. We haven't babysat anyone's kids.
You haven't.
No, what I'm saying is, like, together. We haven't taken anyone's kids for like a weekend. I mean, my niece came, but she's 16 at the time. It's not really babysitting.
I thought you were talking about the baby when she was here like for a week.
That was years ago.
I'm just saying that happened. You said we've never done it together.
And it wasn't overnight. So she was only with us during the day.
I'm with Lance kids enough.
Adult children must adapt to sudden change. Throwing a fit only wastes time and money. Yes, Shalonda. And that's where it becomes important for parents to really instill in their kids like the value of money, getting a job, working for money, feeling the pain of having to pay a bill, even if it's something as simple as $25 on your cell phone bill. You know, like, just give me something so that you can know what it's like to have responsibility. That way you don't walk around feeling like everybody owes you something because you got good grades in school. Does the college have a special program? I'm not sure. If not, I'm sure the child can go to another school. That's what I was just saying, Ashley. Like, people get caught up in these, like he said, dream schools. And I understand, but if I was a person in high school right now and all I heard from millennials was student loan debt, I'd be like, do I really want to get a student loan? Because when we went to school, I had no clue about student loan debt and how it can really burden you the way that it does. Like, I just thought that I was going to get a student loan, a few even, and I was going to graduate college, get a great job immediately, at least within like 3 months of graduating, and be able to pay those loans back in like 5 years.
Sound like your school tricked you. They wasn't selling that dream in public school, boy.
Man. I mean, they didn't tell us anything about loans in high school. I just knew that they existed and they were a way to pay for school. So I was like, okay, well, let's do that.
They talked about loans and why we should probably go to school locally
yeah, they didn't do any of that with us. It was all about.
Did you talk to like a counselor?
Guidance counselor. I mean, there could have been a conversation.
But
it wasn't like, I don't remember it being centered. You know, it was about, did you get these applications? Are you applying?
Hey, Mom.
What's your SATs? Hey, Mom, blah, 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 blah. The networking in my undergrad versus grad school is night and day. That's why those Hollywood folks were paying to get their kids into those schools. What school did you go to? Yeah, that's really all it is. Big networking situation for some schools. All right.
Hopefully for the school you go to. All right, yeah, next one. I'm about to hit the spin wheel now.
Now, this is another one having to do with school. Am I the a-hole for sending my son to private school and homeschooling my daughter? Am I the a-hole for sending my son to private school and homeschooling my daughter?
Don't want her to get pregnant. That sounds about right to me.
I knew he was going to say that. I knew it. Campbell University for undergrad. Oh, yeah, because we laughed at the camel thing that one time. And University of Chicago for grad school. Okay. Am I the a-hole for sending my son to private school and homeschooling my daughter?
That just seems like such a big...
I know.
Is it such a big change? Maybe they're more alike than private and public.
I don't know which one I would be more mad at. If I had to see my sister stay home every day while I got up early to go to school on the bus and she's still in her PJs, or if I was at home thinking, dang, he gets to leave the house and go see people and I got to stay here with mom or stay here with dad all day. Like, I don't know which I would be more upset about.
There's so many things that could be on the spectrum. There could be so many reasons why this is, this could happen.
Yeah. RL says, I'll say no. Hopefully there's a good reason. Thea said no. Okay.
Really,
a lot of y'all saying no.
All right, I'm going to...
Oh, yeah, spin the wheel.
If you pick me again, this thing is... Yes. This is a good one, though. You don't got to worry about this one. Ashley with the yes. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, okay. Robin. There must be a catch.
Is this the Emma
I know, right?
School edition? I know, and it just happened to be good stories. All right. I'm trying to keep this short, so let me know if you need to elaborate. Whatever. I have 4 kids, but only 2 figure into this situation. I'll give them fake names. Tiana is 15 and Jacob is 16. Jacob is my biological child, while Tiana was adopted when she was in 1st grade. I think my family has done a great job not making a distinction between the bio kid and the adopted kids, but it's relevant later, so I'm adding that information. The high schools in our towns are terrible, full of drugs and general sketchiness. It's funny when people say things like, it's nothing but drugs, full of drugs, or anything negative. My son Jacob is very intelligent and earned a half scholarship to a STEM academy in the next town over. The 50% we have to pay for is expensive, but my hubs and I decided it was worth it. My 2 younger kids aren't in high school yet, and Tiana is homeschooled. She is a hard worker, but not very academically gifted. Her strengths lie more in her people skills and musical talent.
Okay.
Tiana, she said, Tiana has started asking to go to school in person this fall and to stop being homeschooled. She gets lonely at home, and I've suggested we join a co-op, but she doesn't want to get up early to go. I told her going to the public school was a hard no, and I reminded her that public school would also make her get up early.
Right.
Probably even earlier.
You know what time I was waking up to catch a bus?
I know. I was in the same boat, walking in a bus stop in the dark. I used to always watch movies like, why is the sun always bright and shining when these kids go to school? And I wake up and it's still last night.
Yeah, for real. For real.
She's now pushing to go to a private Christian school in our neighborhood. It's very expensive and we can't afford it, but our part of Jacob's tuition would cover it. She thinks we should take Jacob out of the STEM academy and let her go.
So you could play the piano somewhere?
I told her that wasn't a fair solution and she started acting up. She said we didn't love her because she's adopted, blatant lie, and we think she's too stupid to succeed. Oh. She's picking on Jacob now, and they are not on speaking terms. I wonder how she's picking on him. I know.
How is that not reversed? Like, Jacob's probably like, I'm holding this in, but...
Lavina said, little girl, you ain't got no choice. My husband thinks we should just pull Jacob out of the STEM academy, sell our second car, and send both Tiana and Jacob to the Christian school.
Oh, dang, it's that much.
I think killing Jacob's future because Tiana is feeling spiteful is the wrong response. Am I the a-hole? So she has an edit that she wants to put in. I'm getting mixed answers, so I thought I'd add some info. Yes, all my kids went or go to public elementary and middle school. Okay. Yes, the high schools are really that bad. A kid got stabbed in the lot on the first day back.
It'd be like that.
Tiana and my daughter are both black, biracial, and the rest are white. I try to protect my daughter from discrimination. I'm a mama bear when I need to be, but I'm sure I have my blind spots. My mom started declining a few years ago. Oh, my mom.
What up, Joy?
Hey, Joy. My mom started declining a few years ago after a traumatic burglary that ended in her falling and getting hurt. I've been her caregiver since then, and it's tough for us to move. So I guess people were asking, why didn't she move?
Why does everybody think it's just so easy to move?
I know. Pick up your whole house.
She just said she got 4 kids. You talking about, just move. Idiot.
Oh, my gosh. So I do not think that this woman
Hello, Raina.
Hey, Raina. that this woman is an a-hole because, first of all, I don't think that she should stop the progress the one son is making in order to accommodate her other daughter. I think that if this Tiana is really adamant about going to school and it's really becoming an issue, there's nothing wrong with seeking out another school, separate from the one that Tiana has brought to the table. Because my parents didn't want to send us to the public schools in our neighborhoods either, so they sent us to private school. And so I understand that. But my parents didn't send us to the most expensive one. They sent us to the one that they could afford and that met the needs that we had. So there are a range, I'm sure, of schools that they could be looking at. There's no need to sell the car, pull the one kid out of the STEM program, all so they can go to this one school that they can afford. That's wild to me. So no, I don't think that. And then it's like he's only going to be, they're almost out of school anyway. Like 15 and 16, 2 more years, year and a half. Like, just stick it out. Homeschool, you could be done before most kids your age. All them little celebrity kids that be getting homeschool, they be graduating at 16 years old every time. Because they don't have to go on a curriculum around a school system. They do it at their leisure or whatever, at their pace. So, no, not the a-hole.
So I'm supposed to prove that she is wrong, right?
Yes.
Well, she is, first of all. And wait. Got that. Yeah, she's wrong. Raina's adopted, right?
No, Raina. That's
oh my God, yeah. What's her
Tiana.
Tiana's. I saw the letter in the eye after. And anyway, all right. So she's adopted though.
Oh yeah, she's adopted.
So she's already been treated wrong, right? So now we're psychologically about to damage her more at the tender age of what?
She's
15, right?
15. Mm-hmm.
Just another example of just something taken away from her.
Ranisha. Uh-huh.
It's just sad. I don't. Hold on. I'm sorry. Just thinking about what she's freaking singing out. Hold on. Okay, I gotta gather myself. First of all, oh man, the other kids, are they homeschooled? No, they're out with other kids. Imagine being the one of 4 at home with your mama and her mama, and it ain't even your mama. Just being treated different. All Tiana wants is to be treated like a human being. That's all she asking for. She didn't say, can I go to this expensive school? She didn't even take the stabbing school. She didn't say no to that. Did she? No, that was your concern.
They're the parents.
Exactly, but they treating her different. And I think there's something about the emotional stress you're about to put on this girl by not letting her be regular. Which she already probably feels a little, there's a little sting behind it. It's not just about school. It's not just about you. Come on. That girl has a bright future.
First of all, Shalonda is right. Kids need to learn that suddenly changing their minds don't render instant results.
First of all, the jury isn't allowed to be having an opinion.
I completely
I want
agree
a new
with that.
jury.
I completely agree with that. Now, I think Leah said, so does
Don't be
Tiana,
doing that. Don't be judging me. It's a spin wheel that did this, not me.
So Leah said, so does Tiana just get shafted here? And no, she doesn't. She only put up one school on the table, which was a private Christian school, which cost a lot of money.
So she's trying to get closer to Jesus. That's why she's
No,
being
what
penalized.
I'm saying is there could be another private school, private Christian school, that is an option that maybe doesn't cost as much, or
who didn't have a stabbing at their school?
Not on the first day.
That's when all the fights happen.
And also,
first and the last day.
I don't look at them investing in Jacob's future and not sending her to the same school, whatever, is not investing in Tiana's future, because STEM ain't no joke. If you into STEM and you understand it, then, and if we had kids and one was into it, then yeah, you nurture that, you support that. the other child is not into STEM, like they said, she's not into academic stuff.
No, they didn't say that.
She's not academically gifted.
Meaning they think she's stupid.
Her grades probably show that she's probably not.
She probably needed to get into
focus
because she was in a public school, which is why she's trying to get into.
No, she's homeschooled.
She said they were all in public school before. That's how they know that her grades weren't good. She was in a public situation. Maybe she needed the private school in order to shape, to give her the actual attention she needed.
And also, they say she's musically gifted. How about? The issue here is not that Tiana wants to go to STEM or go learn STEM or go learn computer engineering. She's lonely. So how about y'all put her in some musical programs, extracurricular, just like how you had that one kid come to your nonprofit who was homeschooled, but his parents made sure to put him in programs similar to what Lex offered to keep him socially active so that he knows how to, be out in the world even though he's homeschooled. So do something like that with Tiana. Find a music group that she can go and hang out with, whatever. Nurture those interests in the way that can create social settings for her. So she's not
First
lonely.
of all, my thing was court mandated for that child because he was having issues, because he was homeschooled.
That one program was court ordered, but you told me that his mom puts him exactly.
But because he was homeschooled, he chose the wrong crowd to be around and ended up in my program.
How do you even find a crowd at home? The neighborhood kids
from the after school stuff.
Besides trying to shield your child from all things racist is not going to prepare them to properly handle. Yeah, I don't know why that was brought up. Honestly, that sounds more like her issue more so than anything else. Need to go to my private Christian university. Tuition is $30,000 a year. Yo, see, this is unreal. Tiana's not getting shafted at all. She says she could be a part of the co-op or whatever it's called, which allows for socialization, but has the nerve to say she don't wake up. Exactly. The issue is not anything academic with her. So there's no more investing over here versus over there. She don't want to get up early. And she's just lonely. So these can be easily fixed without spending thousands of dollars a year on tuition.
So who is actually saying she's an a-hole though?
The father feels like she's being difficult because he has the solution of let's sell the car, pull Jacob out the STEM program. That way we can afford to send them both to this private school.
First of all, I want to give a hand clap to that dad. I wouldn't have did none of that. But I like for somebody to say that, you know what I mean?
Sell a second car.
That's what I'm saying.
Group of kids.
Listen, that's the person I want in my corner is all I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm clapping for. Not because I would never, I don't think that's smart. But to have somebody that has your back like that, there's no way I can say that man don't love me. He almost sold all his stuff
that's true.
To get me to school, which I'm probably going to fail.
I know.
Like,
I know because her saying she's not
ain't
academically gifted, I feel like private school is going to become even more of a challenge for her because if she's being homeschooled and she's still having struggles academically, private school is not going to make it any easier for her.
I don't know how many of y'all dads would have sold his car and everything to get you to it. Like that's crazy.
Not for kids fighting about school. A bit more discipline and communication of options as a family. Find out why she can't focus. All need to help each other. Summer school program to see if she's ready. Yeah, those are all great suggestions, BB. But yeah, my parents, if this were me, my parents would have been like, what private school you going to? Look at your grades. You're not showing us that you are taking the time to value your education. So why should we be putting all this extra money into it? So...
Being real, she's going to be mad as hell when school start anyway.
I know. Yes, this is a huge transition to go from being at home kind of alone to... being in a room full of kids who you don't know.
You don't know.
Bullying can become a thing. Social things can become anxiety ridden, and it can be a lot. But I also feel like those are things that everyone should probably still experience. Not the bullying part, but you have to be out in the world to understand how it works. You don't want to just be thrown out there for the first time, as an adult. The dad and even the mom are probably overcompensating because she is the adopted kid. Yeah, just like on This Is Us.
I mean, are they? They took her out of school, got her homeschooled.
Because they probably felt like we need to help get her level of education to the right place.
Yeah, but that to me ain't over. It's just like you took her out of school. I think they're doing what they should have did.
And the public school in that area is dangerous.
Yeah, I think they're doing what they should have. I guess for me, over just means like the car stuff was overcompensating to me.
Yes, because y'all got all those kids. You need 2 cars. I'm sorry. Like,
But the wife
something
wasn't-
happens to one car, you need a backup. You ain't gonna get a ride for 6 people.
But I feel like the wife is kind of operating off of fear in many
Yeah,
areas.
she is operating off of fear. So she should have stuck with her grades. I don't think she's ready for public or private school, number one. And like I said, the issue is not even her saying, I want to be challenged more. It's, I'm lonely. So find some activities for the girl to do. She will be completely
I'm
fine.
not trying to hang out with no old people in the house all day.
No, what I'm saying,
No,
find
I'm
activities.
just saying.
Oh, the
she-
homeschooling.
Yeah.
That's probably has a lot to do with it too.
Yeah.
But it's almost over. Like, she's 15, probably going on 16. It's
Does
not
it
that
even,
much longer.
But does it even feel like that when you're homeschooled? I don't. Obviously, we weren't homeschooled. I wish I could ask
Yeah.
that kid. But it's
I
just
know,
like,
right?
does it feel like it's? I knew when my years in high school was gonna be over because it was freshman, sophomore. You know what I mean? But like you said, you could skip. Why can't you take longer? Why that could be a thing too.
Yeah, like some people when they're homeschooled, they go through the summer. They don't skip the summer.
But I'm saying, why can't you be 21 and graduate?
Who wants to
I'm not
do
saying
that?
everybody wants to, but that doesn't. There's no rule saying you either do homeschool for 4 years or
no,
less.
I think there is. Like, if you're gonna graduate, I don't say graduate, but if you're gonna graduate, get a high school graduation or diploma through a
thought you
homeschool
just gotta take a test.
program. No, through a homeschool program, it's regulated. And like, I don't know if every state's the same, but I do remember hearing about if you're going to homeschool, you can't just sit at home with textbooks and read. Like, no,
Well,
there's
yeah.
a process that has to be
No,
done.
I get that, but there's not a time limit. We're talking about time.
I think there is a time limit. They don't want kids going past 18, 19, 20, like, and
Who?
still in the 11th grade.
Why?
The
There's people that
state.
turn 32 and get a GED.
The state, they can't have people just taking forever with
The
that.
state's not paying nothing.
Okay.
These kids at home.
Okay. Consider selling the car. Oh, no. Okay, yes. I agree, RL.
RL was homeschooled. Bad.
Oh.
Are there,
He
I
said
had
he
to take
loved
a
it.
end of the year testing, so it is a time.
That's
Okay,
what I
that's what I was
thought.
looking for.
Teacher came out every Wednesday and brought work and picked up work to return to my teachers. Yeah, it's there. Like I said, some states it may not be monitored, but I know a lot are because they want to be able to keep their percentages and statistics. All that stuff needs to stay right so that they don't get looked at crazy by the school board. It just feels like she's pigeonholing Tiana, just keeping her in that box.
Yeah.
They just need to find some social activities for her. If I really feel like that's the issue.
I think the thing is too, when you come home and you got people talking about what happened at school.
Yes.
Every
yes.
day.
And nobody I'm sure, and not to say, and this could be anyone, any 15-year-old girl, no one's saying they had a pop quiz and I like to have pop quizzes and I bet it was so much fun. No, it's when we was in the lunchroom or we was in the hallway or when we did the art class and so-and-so tripped and fell. Like, it's the social part of it that she's missing. So that's what it is. So find some situations that she can be in to have those moments. And I guarantee you, it ain't going to cost you private school tuition rates. Okay, next one.
Oh, I forget which one. Baby.
Wow. I was reading RL saying.
Oh.
Am I the a-hole for not inviting my mom's new husband to my very private wedding?
Yes.
Am I the a-hole for not inviting my mom's new husband to my very private wedding?
I know how I feel. All right, let's spin. Here, you can spin. You just click it.
What? Oh. Whew! Darn.
I'm gonna say, really? That's what side you wanted to be on?
Every time we do this, am I the
know.
a-hole this way, it always takes me a second
Me
to
too.
like, darn. I get excited for no reason. Let's see. Am I the a-hole for not inviting my mom's new husband to my very private wedding? A little background. My parents separated when I was 12. I stayed close with both of them. In April 2017, my dad got really sick and died a month later. It crushed me. He and my mom had no contact since they had separated. She met her now husband 2 years ago and they married last August. The guy's okay, but I have next to no relationship with him. We met only a couple of times. So I and my fiance will be getting married this September. I always wanted to have the wedding very private, as in parents, maid of honor, best man, and then a reception for friends and family to celebrate. We decided since neither my or his dads are alive, we would invite only our mothers and maid of honors, no best man, to the wedding. Honestly, I feel like having anyone else there would be too much for me since I was very close to my dad, and it still kills me that he'll never get to see me be married because I always imagined him being there with me. That was the main reason we decided to have the wedding be private. But when I told my mom this, she looked at me and said, "And my husband will be there also." I said no. She went ballistic, saying how I was disrespecting her husband and how she and him are a package deal now and he has to be there. I have nothing against the guy, but I don't have a relationship with him, nor do I know him that well, and having him or anyone else there when my dad isn't would feel like a slap in the face to me. She said by saying no, I think their marriage is doomed and won't last, and I hate and resent him and her, and that she won't come either. It confused me and pissed me off. It's not like I banned him completely. He's invited to the reception, as are all of our friends and family. But she relayed all of this to him, and he got offended and said he won't even come to the reception. And my mom said that neither will she.
Then he said not private, but very private.
I know. Like, even the minister need an invitation. I tried talking to her again and working something out, but then she really hurt me. She said, "He is my husband now. He is the most important thing in my life. I won't go if he's not there." It made me very sad. My own mother saying she cares more for him than me. And then I got angry and said that if she doesn't come, it's on her, and I'm not changing my mind. Since then, she's tried multiple times to get me to let him come and tried guilt tripping me. She tried calling my fiance and his mom to get them to change my mind. I still said no, even though I know it's hurting her. But I just feel so disappointed by her actions and words. Am I the a-hole here? Should I have just given in to her, or should I accept my mom won't be at my wedding because she cares more for her husband's wishes?
Which is funny to say because married people know you're supposed to.
I know.
But I kind of don't want to do spin wheel for this one.
Why? Because you don't want
No. Because I think there's a lot of like little conversations in this that are really good to have.
Yeah. When I didn't fully read this when I picked it initially because I thought I knew how it would go, but halfway through reading it just now, I was like, "Dang, I would have been happy that I got picked for from the will," because at first I was thinking exactly what everyone else is thinking, like they're married, like one is coming, so is the other, or at least the other is invited. You know?
And my thought too was, usually you get a guest.
Yeah.
So exactly. It's almost like you have to purposely uninvite somebody to the wedding.
Well, the thing is, the actual wedding ceremony, she only wants.
No, hers is different. I'm just saying when first reading it, usually you get a +1 when you go to a wedding. You're not usually going alone. Usually, it's a bit of date. But with her breaking down like her family stuff too. But and that's another thing to talk about. Just like how would she ever accept him? You know what I mean? Or
hey, Janice, it's my cousin.
Hey, oh yeah, see her in a minute.
What you mean gonna miss me, Mom?
No, talking about the mom.
Oh yeah, bye. One of my best friends got married and her dad was dating a woman for years. The woman wanted invites for herself and her sons, and my friend said no. So the dad almost didn't show. Why do your kids have to come too?
Yeah, them kids is too
First
much.
of all,
them kids probably didn't even want to go.
Weddings, baby showers, bridal showers, all those type of functions, unless I'm really close, I'm not necessarily going to be excited. I'm just not, because those type of things, they go for hours and I get sleepy, I'm hungry, cold, and I just want to go home. So I wish somebody would make some ultimatum over me coming as some third or plus fourth person to the person who's actually been invited. Are you kidding me? Shoot. You better.
Yeah, I was thinking that the kids would be grown.
Exactly. Why do people want to come to these things so badly when they know that they're creating the issue? Mm-hmm. Oh my God. I wouldn't want to go anywhere where I had to beg to be allowed into. Eat some meatballs and salad. Like, it's not that serious.
I would love to know what the moms, new husband thinks.
Like,
you know what I mean? Like,
in this situation,
yeah.
They said he was mad.
He wanted to go.
He wanted to go. But when the whole thing happened with the daughter, the mom went back and told him.
Yeah, I'm
he
sure
got offended
because they just got married the year before. Obviously, the daughter was invited, probably with the boyfriend or the fiance.
The thing
go ahead.
The thing that I don't understand is how that mother, and see, this is probably where the divorce comes in. She separated from the father, and then he ended up passing sometime later.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know why they divorced, but obviously it wasn't amicable. So I don't understand why parents can't understand that your feelings
Why is it obvious it wasn't amicable?
Because if it were, I feel like the mother wouldn't be so cold to her daughter about why this is so tender and sensitive for her.
But she's moved on.
She has, but when it's your child that's still grieving the loss of their parent that you were married to, like, how could you not feel for that unless you probably hated them?
But I mean, no, because my thought might be, my life, I would have, before or after, regardless, I was going to meet this person. You know what I mean? And I'm with it. I'm not trying to say that she's right for it. I'm just saying, like, I don't think she was even considering the dad is how I'm that kind of thing. I think she, which is probably, it's just bad. But I'm just saying, I think she was just fighting for her husband to be by herself.
Which the thing is, it's like, it's not even for the entire day. It's just for the ceremony.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, how is she so concerned with propping up her new husband versus trying to understand why her child is basically still grieving the loss, and it's definitely a wedding day? Like, she don't understand why that's a sensitive thing for her.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So
I was just saying
I feel like in order for that to be happening, they couldn't have split up in a positive way, because when you do, you still care.
You know what? I guess by amicable, I meant like they both decided.
I mean amicable as in
they were friends after.
Or at least cordial to the point where it was like, you know how some people get divorced and they're just like, like, I feel like, for example, if Will and Jada had gotten divorced after that whole entanglement thing, I feel like they probably still would have been cool, even off camera, because when you have so much history, you have kids.
I got you. I read it.
Yeah, it's like, you still care. But some people be like, die, just die.
Wow.
And they don't care what anyone else has to say about it.
Did they say how long ago the father died?
He died in 2017. And the mother got married in 2019. So,
but they probably got divorced 2015-ish.
Who knows?
Because you said a couple years later he passed, right?
And he got sick and died in 2017. They separated when she was 12. So who knows when that? Oh, so she was 12 years ago. So they've been divorced for a long time.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't think she was even thinking about the father, with probably like a decade between the situations. Mm-hmm.
But if once your child says to you that
it is,
I agree. Don't try and keep pushing your issue.
No, I agree for the sake of the child. I was just saying I don't think the mom was coming from like a F your dad situation.
Yes, Bex. Yeah, exactly. I think it's more about her dad not being there, feeling like she's honoring him, but by having her mom's husband there ruins that. Exactly.
Yeah, I would agree so.
Because then the next thing will be, well, can't I just walk you down the aisle? And then you got to say no to that. Like, people don't know how to
take a mile.
Yeah, or take the inch. They got to take the mile. Mm-hmm. Well, he's gonna be there. You might as well. And this is like, look, this is why I didn't want this in the first place.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, seeing how small the amount of people was gonna be there.
Yes,
it should be a good hint. And the other mom doesn't have. I think the difference is if the other mom was like a widow and is alone, it's different from having a husband and being alone. I just think that mom was looking clearly wrong. Like, she was looking at the picture wrong.
And I could understand if, let's say, she met this guy that she just married, I don't know, 2 years after her divorce, and he's been around ever since this girl was a kid. I could see his feelings possibly being hurt. Like, he can understand the whole grieving thing, but also being like, well, dang, I was really hoping they ain't know this guy that long. She said she don't have a relationship with him. So why are you that invested on being there so much so that you about to have your wife, her mother, miss her daughter's wedding? Like, people have to, that pride.
You putting that on him? I think
no. What I'm saying is, in this situation, he's not helping where he could be. Not to say that this is his fault, but he's like kind of egging her on in the sense that, well, it's fine, then I won't even go to the reception. Like, cause
that's
they
what he
said, because she said, I told them that he could come to the reception. I just want the ceremony to be private. He's like, I'm not even going to go to that. It's like, now what? The mom, guess what? Now the mom don't want to do the reception either. So it's just like he's adding fuel to the fire.
Yeah, and that's not going to help the situation later.
Yeah.
That's why you got to know what battles you're picking. Sorry, I was making straight.
Exactly. That is so important. Like, I almost want that to be like, if somebody was like, what superpower would you want? Almost to know which battles to choose with everybody in your life, because that could save you so much time and effort, because you'd always be picking the right battle. It would always make a difference, and you wouldn't have to have all these little random arguments that led to nothing, just more anger.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I hope they do like a I know they're not, but a follow up of how they're doing. Like, we've been hanging out every weekend now. I really like the guy or something.
Yeah,
still not my father, but.
And guess what? If she decides down the road that, dang, I kind of wish he would have been there, that's on her.
And that's another thing I was thinking about too. Like, what if she really like? Well, not anymore, because now they got this whole random dumb debacle. But they could have been real cool.
Yes, Terry, I agree. The mom should go without the husband because of her love for her child. Absolutely. Because if your father died and now can't walk you down the aisle on your wedding day, I don't care if that father died 20 years ago. It's still going to hurt if you were close to him. Mm-hmm. So it's like, come on, lady. Jeez. She probably had her own dad to walk her down the aisle when she got married 2 years ago. But anyway, and it's just the ceremony. Come to the reception and drink and have fun and eat and dance and have a good old time. Every time I'm at a wedding, I'm like, how long is this ceremony gonna be? I want to go party. I'm hungry.
I hate that whenever I hear a good time in my head. Gonna have a good time. That always play in my head whenever somebody talks about a good. I hate it.
Embrace it, and then it won't bother you anymore.
Nah, we good.
Okay, I think this is it. Oh yeah.
Let's just do 3.
I would say I think that's all we have anyway. All right, so Married at First Sight.
Yeah.
Did we keep?
I forgot.
Oh, we got rid of the screams.
We never had a Married at First Sight.
We did, because remember I was messing up with the titles.
Well, we got rid of that a long time ago. It wasn't there.
That's why the pictures are on my desktop. So, anyways, did any of you guys watch Married at First Sight? Bex, I know you watched Married at First Sight.
Vaccinated.
That was another thing. I meant to talk.
That was on there?
No, I meant to mention mention to you guys, if you weren't aware of why we didn't have the live the last time we were supposed to have it, because when we got the second vaccination, I got symptoms like flu-like symptoms. Lex didn't get any. And not to say that I wanted him to feel horrible, but I just was so surprised. I was so surprised he didn't have any symptoms. I didn't want you to feel, because it was good that you were well to help me. You know, he was getting me food and stuff, so it worked out. But it's so funny because I kept thinking, like, what if in like the next hour or something he starts feeling bad? Like, this is gonna be over, and then I'm gonna be like on my own and having to help him too. But you stuck it out. You didn't have no symptoms. I'm so surprised. But at the same time, your immune system is crazy strong.
Ball is life, crazy. Y'all. Ball is life. Make sure y'all kids playing basketball. Get your body right early.
Bex, Chris stresses me out. I was yelling at the TV. I had to get up and like walk it off.
So wait, let's ask again. Who watches or watched Married at First Sight this season? And who saw the the finale or whatever?
I'm so glad this season is over.
Nah, isn't there a reunion?
Oh yeah, the reunion comes on tomorrow. No. I'm thinking of 90 Day. The reunion comes on Wednesday.
Okay, good. Actually, I didn't want to mess it up for you.
Oh, she said she knows who stayed
that's
together.
What I said. Good.
Okay. Oh, thanks, Leah. Yeah, thanks for y'all.
All right, for those who need to know, really, this dude Chris, he's just a fool, man. He went into it, saw the girl, wasn't attracted to her, still had sex with her
multiple times.
Yeah, daily, just to say he wasn't really into her. Then brought in a whole other girl that he said he got pregnant.
It was his ex-fiance.
Who, and now obviously they're married at first sight. So he's married to this girl, bringing his ex-fiance in with a baby. Already told her the girl he's married to. What's her name?
Paige.
Paige. She's black, by the way. Chris and Paige are black, which is funny. If I read that on the page, I would assume there was a white couple.
I know.
But
during their honeymoon is when he supposedly found out that his ex-fiance was pregnant. Literally, I think like they got married, went to sleep, woke up the next day. Maybe I'll give him 2 days into the honeymoon, like that second morning. He woke up with bad news, whatever, and was like, my ex is pregnant. So
yeah, like RL said, Chris said he didn't like Paige's face, and
he even went off on the Pastor Cal, like the experts, like all these women in Atlanta, and that's who you picked for me.
Yeah,
I was like,
like it was wild. It was wild. And then he would just say like manipulative stuff just to like kind of keep her like strung along.
My biggest fear is I'm gonna fall in love with you, and she would be like,
she kept falling for him after he's literally telling her this other stuff to her face. Everybody else is seeing this, and she's like, it's crazy. Anyway, so at the end, they choose whether they're gonna stay married or get a divorce. And Chris really tried to like pull one. Well, all right. First of all, he came and said that the girl had a miscarriage. I'm not even sure she was actually really pregnant, to be honest with you. I think that was his out. And
yes, Val.
And so he's trying to manipulate it. You can see Paige's eyes light up, like, well, we didn't actually really get to give it a chance because the baby situation.
Yeah, and he gonna say, I meant to call and tell you this. He had all the time in the world. Even if she wasn't answering the phone, he could have texted that to her. Hey, we need to talk. The pregnancy, blah, 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 blah. Nothing. He gonna wait till they're on the couch on decision day to tell her that so that she can change her mind. Yeah. So, which I think was to manipulate her to say, okay, let's work on it. Kind of ride off into the sunset, and then he break up with her down the road. Like, he was trying to finish this off with him not looking like the bad guy.
Yeah, Ashley said he showed the hospital tag in his Instagram.
The miscarriage.
But what's on the tag? I mean,
you
saw the tag. What was on the
tag? Like the bracelet?
I think he did buy her the car. If he bought that car. Oh, yeah. So while they're married, Chris decides to buy his ex-fiance a car for the unborn child. Oh, and it had to be, what, a Mercedes?
Yeah, it was a Mercedes. A big body Benz.
She'd have been in a little body Saturn. Like, what are you talking about?
That's why I said, what's wrong with a Honda Accord or a Camry? They didn't have, and those are reliable cars, okay? Them things will go 200,000 miles easily.
No, it's not happening.
Dude, I seen it happen. I know. But anyways, it was the girlfriend.
So then he even made it worse because they're supposed to say yes or no. So he's going to try to push it to the we don't know. I don't know if this has ever happened. I don't know if this ever happened on Married at First Sight, but I don't know. She can't figure it out. He was trying to get a spinoff. That's what he was trying to do.
Yeah, like probably something where I don't know. For example, Married at First Sight has this thing called the Unmatchables or something.
Yeah.
Where it's all the people who, not all, but some of the people who didn't make it onto Married at First Sight because they're so quirky and weird, and I guess they're gonna try and match them with other singles or whatever.
But he was about to have to do that again with Paige. He wasn't even going to get on that.
The thing with Paige is like, she I do have sympathy for her. I do. I feel like there's nothing worse than coming into something with expectations of positive outcomes. It's going to be great. It's going to change my life. It's going to be an adventure. All of the above. And then something like that happened. Like everything that could have possibly gone wrong went wrong. Your groom didn't find you attractive. There's a baby now on the way. There's still this huge attachment to his ex. And you already slept with him multiple times. So now you're just looking crazy on TV.
And almost got back.
So
man, I'm gonna say the judges. They basically have counselors who kind of act like judges in a sense, and them counselors were just like the Hispanic one was just like,
Dr.
I can't. He stopped her. He's like, I can't let you do that.
Viviana.
Yeah, I was a little mad at Dr. Pepper.
I know.
There was a black, Hispanic, and a white counselor. The white one's name is Dr. Pepper. but she wasn't really like giving no insight. The black woman and the Hispanic woman, they were like, no.
I don't think Dr. Pepper was fully aware of everybody's situation. Like Pastor Cal and Dr. Viviana, I feel like they were really involved in the details of things. I feel like Dr. Pepper got like the quick notes, the cliff notes or whatever of what's actually happening, because Lex was pointing out moments where they would show Dr. Pepper's face, and it's like, what is she smiling at?
Yeah,
Doesn't she realize that this is,
she didn't know what the hell was going on,
hurricane of a relationship? Like,
she wrote herself some scripts.
Right.
She was up there.
Oh God.
Like, you don't see what's going on here? Like,
RL says, I felt badly for Paige until she kept letting Chris play in her face. At a certain point, she got to choose herself and be okay with what she thinks is an L and move on. Yeah, and of course, nobody wants to get divorced, but when you marry a stranger at first sight,
it's okay.
It's possible that they offering it to
reasonable.
You for a reason, okay? Like, but I was surprised that some of the couples that stayed together, a couple of the couples that stayed together.
Like, what was the most surprising to you?
Ryan and Claire, because I knew that she really liked him a lot. I couldn't get that from him. And I obviously, you know, there's only so much we'll see with editing, you know, and we're not living in their house. So, but I just didn't get enough footage of him really like being in love with her, like showing it to where I felt like he loves this girl. Like Brianna and Vincent, I got it. Even Virginia and Eric. I feel like at the end of the day, Eric still really likes Virginia, whether he's toxic, controlling, whatever. I think he still really likes her.
Yeah,
you know,
Paige has low self-esteem. I agree.
Yeah, she does. But yeah, I didn't get much of that from Ryan. I got from Ryan that, okay, this is what a husband's supposed to do, so I'm gonna surprise her with the date. I'm gonna surprise her with setting up the backyard. I'm gonna let her hold my hand or put her legs across my lap. Like, it just didn't feel warm and fuzzy. It felt like check. But she's in love with the boy, so.
Paige, I think Paige is one of them people, and I'm not trying to say I think she was ugly, but I think she's even more attractive in person. Because she was like when she was moving and talking and everything, she was beautiful. But I don't know. Chris must have been like.
And I also believe sometimes the lighting is all wrong. Like, they'll put them in a corner of the house somewhere to ask them questions, you know, for whatever confessional interview, whatever. And it's like, that lighting sucks. But then when they're in this room on the couch, it's like, oh, she looks good here.
Well, and
it's just the lighting, I think, a lot of times.
And if you watched it, honestly, Chris's dad looked like he wanted to give Paige a try. It was like, yeah.
I was on.
If anybody was going to like or take Paige home, boy, it was Chris's pops.
And it was like hard for me to stay mad at Chris's dad with that, because he would then be like, you better respect this girl. What are you thinking? I didn't raise you like that. I was like, yes, get him.
Finally,
but then at the same time, I was like, stop looking at her butt while she walk away. Like, it was just very weird.
Yeah.
Let's see. Somebody will like Paige's face. She gives me a young Southern gospel singer's face. She's not even ugly or unattractive. Chris was foul for that. Yeah, and I mean, to even say, this is what y'all bring me after searching all of Atlanta, I was like, who do you think you are? Like, even if you are one of the most handsome people by a lot of standards, or whatever that means, who are you to say that?
What do you mean, whatever that means?
Because, you know, people, like, beauty standards, whatever.
Oh, whatever. Boy.
It's all subjective. There's no standards.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know if I think he's colorist. I think he really just didn't think she looked. He wants a model, like straight like that. He looked like a trophy wanting person, and not, you know, that. Yeah. That's why he's single. That's why he got the other. Like, if you look at his
ex-fiance, she's very like.
Yeah, he wants an IG model.
She dresses sexy. She gave off more of that vibe. Yeah, and she's pretty, you know, whatever. So I think and even when he said to the Pastor Cal, like, y'all, this is what y'all bring me. Y'all searched all of Atlanta. It just gave me the feel like he was very into that superficial, what people determine to be beautiful by whatever standards. That's what he wanted.
And I think I called it in the beginning, though. I was like, I don't think these people really pick good people for some of these people. Like,
well, if you watch the show or been a fan like for multiple seasons, they like to really stress. Because I know, for example, last season they stressed this a lot, or not last season, but one in DC, they stressed a lot how attraction is not something that they go for first right away. They look at the whole person.
But that's a problem for a lot of
for
people.
For some people, yeah. Like, and those people don't need to do this show.
Or you could just take regular human feelings into concern and not go beep boop boop in the calculator and say, well, they both want this. They both if you're gonna matchmake, let's fully matchmake. And I'm not trying to say, like I said, that you should be superficial. I'm not trying to say that.
I get that.
But you should be able to see a superficial person and know that if they can't get over it, I could look at Chris and immediately see what kind of person he was. And I'm not trying to.
But sometimes people present like, I'm good with whatever. Like that guy on the DC season, he kept saying, looks do not matter to me.
Yeah, but Chris didn't say that. And I think one interview, you could have asked that very question. And it could have mattered or not, but I don't think, because even with, let's say, forget Chris and them, the other two that we like, the black and Dominican couple.
The Brown and Vincent.
Yeah, Vincent didn't want somebody who was bossy. Or, quote unquote bossy.
But that's kind of easy to identify.
And
versus what Dr. Pepper thinks is attractive versus what Dr. Viviana thinks is attractive.
No, but my point is they pushed that to the side for them too. I feel like they purposely didn't.
Oh, well, because I feel like because you can't 100% find, because in real life you don't find someone who's perfect in every single way.
No, I agree, but this ain't real life. This is a show where you interviewed probably hundreds of people in Atlanta. Like, I don't know. You know how many people.
So are you saying that they should have done a better job picking?
I think I could have did a better job. Picking couples is what I'm saying.
But then you wouldn't have a show. You just have a bunch of
people who fall in love.
Dating. People who are perfect for each other. And
you got me wrong. I didn't say I'm only choosing pretty people. What I'm saying is I'd be able to see if somebody was gonna really. They were pissed at Chris. Like, I could see that I would have been like, and I don't want to call people out, but I
get what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm not trying to say anything about somebody's got to look better. What I'm saying is, if you know somebody can't get over looks, and that's the thing that you're gonna not listen about.
But people lie. Like, Chris could have went in there not pushing the looks thing. He talked a lot about church when the season first started. Did. So they probably assumed, I'm sure he does want someone pretty, but they weren't focused on the superficial side of him that was living. They focused on the stuff that he put in front of them.
But I think in one conversation with him, you could have figured this out, that the Christian stuff wasn't that big for him. You could have figured out, like, he did not talk about no Christian stuff the whole time. And in fact, he brought a baby mom into the situation. Like,
well, that was way after.
There is a simple interview process, though, that I would, like, and I do get what you're saying. You could lie. I get what you're saying, but you ain't going to lie about wanting an ugly or pretty person. Like, you could ask that.
No, you don't want to look like a jerk. So people will say things like, of course I want someone that I'm attracted to.
Ebony, did you not see how this man acted on TV?
Listen to what I'm saying. People will say things like, I want to be attracted to them, but I also want X, Y, and Z. Like, those experts are not in the business of finding models that are real people.
No,
who want to be
I don't think that needs. You're not hearing me out. Like, I just think you should know when, like, in interviewing, when they can't handle it. The one person, I'm not trying to say everybody needs to be changed. What I'm saying is Chris should not have been there. I would have rather have put Paige, who was a great person, has a lot going for her, a career, with somebody that actually I think could handle that. He looks like a. I don't want to sound rude to people.
Like he
Hold on, I don't want
like
to. I do. I don't want to be rude to people in this profession, but he looks like a party promoter to me. Every time he's out, like, there's no chill time on him.
He looks like somebody who is in the middle of something.
Yeah,
he's the center.
When you gotta wear, like, everything he wore was like you can, but that
every
to me,
time.
But that to me is telling. Like, and that's what I'm saying. It's like I could look at.
But they must have missed those signs.
Clearly,
they need more people who are more in touch with whatever it is that you saw, so that they could say to Dr. whomever, like, listen, I know what he's saying, but I see something else here.
I feel like, what's the man counselor?
I don't know.
You just said their names. That's what I figured.
Oh,
Dr.
Pepper, or Pastor Cal.
Yeah, I feel like Pastor Cal could have spotted that if he had a little more time with him. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
I think, whatchamacallit?
actually said she thinks they rushed the process or something.
And that's what I was just about to say. I feel like they didn't spend enough time. Because I don't even need 2 conversations. I know people like that. So it's just like, you come to me once, nah, man. I don't know. I don't know. That perfectionist look that he tries to go for, that, like... Mm-hmm. And he clearly is faking. How could you let somebody walk in looking like that, dressed like that, try to tell you about... I want a good Christian, like... Because
Paige is not, to me, doesn't come off as superficial at all.
Nah.
She seems like a very kind... Everything that you would want in a wife, that's, to me, who Paige seems to be. Because when he was doing all that craziness, just like in my caption, she'd have been like, that's mine, and I'm going to stick by him. Like, because when he was cursing everybody out, she was rocking with him, leaving and carrying on, and yeah, they crazy, but...
Boy, little Eric was like, you ain't going to talk to my girl like that, drunk as hell. Hey!
Anyway,
they almost fought in the car and at the dinner.
He gets on my nerves. It's just Eric, relax. It's like he got to be the one.
That's what got Eric the yeah.
Ryan, that was the one time where I really appreciated Ryan's presence in the show, because him and Claire, the one who didn't want to sleep with her, because he knew when to just fall back and just be like, these people. Like, it's one thing when people are like not drunk, not on some other, like, you know when the battle needs to be fought, and that just wasn't one of those moments. It just looks crazy.
Well, I'm happy that what's the name stood up and stopped him.
I feel like if you're going to be on a show like this, I feel you shouldn't expect the best looking person, because you don't know what you'll get.
Definitely.
Yeah. Never seen this show, but he sounds unattractive with no integrity.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And he showed out.
No integrity.
He showed
no
out
character.
From day one till the last part, like enough for the counselors to be mad. So
like, even so much so that he knew the moment Paige walked down the aisle, he knew, because he said this. He knew he wasn't attracted to her, but he slept with her anyway. He slept with her on the wedding night and the morning, the very next day, to try and figure out if maybe he would become attracted to her, and kept talking about a honeymoon baby. And his father was talking about a honeymoon baby. Like, it was just all so weird to me. I'm like, you're not attracted to her, but you want to keep having sex with her? Like, this is weird. Even his mother thought it was weird. Like, everyone was disappointed. His dad, everybody. But
yeah, they learned something about him.
Yeah, and then he got mad at... Stop eating them.
It's good.
Then he got mad at Paige for telling his parents that they had sex.
I forgot.
It's like, because you told her you weren't attracted to her, and that's why she was confused. Like, it was just weird.
What? I'm gonna burn your whole house down. You call me ugly and on public TV.
You talking about tell your parents and have you feel some embarrassment too?
Right.
Nah, he wanted to see if she was freaky enough for him to overlook her look. Yep, you right. Didn't he say he wanted a freak in his open? Oh, he did. He did.
That's what I'm saying. All these things you couldn't hear, and then be like, this is not, I don't know.
Yeah, because when I first saw him,
they did that on purpose.
When they first introduced him, you know how they introduce all the couples. I'm this years old, I do this for a living. I did not like him from that moment. I didn't.
That's what I'm saying.
But I was hoping to be proven wrong.
Nah, we knew, because we have sense. That's what I'm saying. I feel like they set her up. I could have picked a better person for her. That's what I'm saying. I think
what they tried to do with Chris and Paige is what they successfully did with Claire and Ryan. They put together two people who couldn't been more different on what a committed relationship looked like to themselves. So Claire was the type that would immediately sleep with a guy, say I love you, pour everything into him, and then wonder like, oh my God, yeah, what happened? He left me. Meanwhile, Ryan has never said I love you in all his 26 years, well, I don't say 26, but his adult life, he's 27 or somewhere around there, to anyone. And they even asked him if he was a virgin, because he wouldn't have sex with Claire during those 8 weeks that they're given to decide if they want to stay married.
Did he answer that?
She didn't ask Ryan. She asked Claire. She was like, do you think he's a virgin? And he's not. That's what she said. But anyway, so complete opposite ends of the spectrum as far as intimacy and relationship commitment, blah, blah, blah.
But they had a lot of fun.
But they had a lot of fun.
And I think they were attracted to each other.
Yeah,
too,
they
so
were. And it ended up working out for them, you know. But if Claire if Claire had known that prior to them getting married, like if she could have selected on paper, oh no, I would never want to be with someone who never said I love you. Like she would have skipped right over him. So I think they were trying to do that with Chris and Paige. Sometimes they try their hand at that whole opposites thing, but it don't always work out.
Beck said it was Mika and Mike who got an annulment because she said they matched her for entertainment purpose. Yeah, I feel like that's what we saw. Entertainment match.
I don't know that. See, Beck.
I do.
Because the thing about Michael was...
Oh, I don't know about them.
Michael and Mika, he was not a liar right off the bat. Like, when I don't say he wasn't a liar, it wasn't clear that he was right off the bat. So it was hard to know. How could they have known that he was going to be such a liar? You know, because... if he didn't lie like that, they probably would have worked, or at least gotten to a different point in the relationship to maybe figure out, oh, we don't work because of this other reason. But she just couldn't get past the whole lying thing.
He look like he about to lie right now. She all happy. Why he look like that?
But yeah, I don't know how they could have just matched her for entertainment purposes. Like, who would have known that he was lying the way that he was? Because it was like subtle things he was lying about. It wasn't, oh, I went to Harvard and actually turns out he didn't go to any college at all. Like, it wasn't big lies like that. It was subtle things over and over and over. So I don't know.
This picture, she was like, and we not getting that bucket and ready to. Don't she like the girl?
Yeah, she does. Justice for Paige, and I'm not even clowning. She deserves better. No, yeah, you're right. I really pray even that this girl meets someone who meets all her needs, everything and more, and because she deserves it.
Honestly, the way they stopped it too, it makes you feel. I do feel like they felt guilty. I think they knew because they let everybody else have a bad time. But when he was about to drag her along for more bad times, they was like, no, we can't even. I can't even. Like they know they was wrong.
Chris and Paige transcended the show. They made headlines for how crazy he was. They knew, and Paige was just collateral damage.
Yeah.
Now that's. And I could see them being matched for entertainment purposes.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, Mika and Michael.
I didn't get to see that.
Nobody's seen that come. Even as we're watching it, we're like, why did he lie about that? Why did he lie about that? He's a liar.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. One look at this man, I'm like, and I'm not even trying to judge. It's just like,
it's just when guys like Chris talk about money constantly and power couple and legacy. It's like, okay, but what is your personality like? What do you do for fun? What are your values? Like all that other stuff, yeah, let's be great, let's make money, let's have a great life. But he just always talked about money. Always.
Yeah. Alright.
The constant line and clueless expressions. Oh my god. He did have a clueless expression. He would sit there and be like, it's like gaslighting. Like, you make you think, am I crazy for questioning? Does this really make sense? And it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, oh, it's the worst. Chris lives his life for likes on IG, and that's why he won't get the success he desires. Tale as old as time. All right, yeah, we're about to start wrapping up. It's 10:30. But yeah, 10:30. We're gonna start wrapping up. But as always, before we go, we always like to talk about what made us happy. I normally say these last week or 2 weeks, but this whole month. So y'all should have a few things to share with us. Actually.
Oh yeah, what happened?
I know.
What happened was.
What made us happy? I was happy to finally get some of this work done on the house because if you guys remember, I had started doing some of the home improvements myself, especially like last year during COVID. But I hit like a hard wall.
2020
like, what is that? How come you want to dance here, but when I want to do a quick TikTok thing, I don't dance for the internet?
I ain't dancing for your people.
You dancing live.
I dance in life. Not you want a little.
Oh my
plus,
God.
The TikTok dances are so dumb.
Not all of them.
I mean, I'm not hopping around like a rabbit.
Yeah, I don't like that. I like to see people do that because it makes me laugh, but I'm not gonna do it.
I'm not. All the dances are whack to me.
I think
they need to holler at Darren's dance moves Get some of them.
Dance grooves, number
Ooh,
one.
my bad. No, why you clapping for him?
I like Darren.
Why you do that to him?
But no, I think there are definitely parts of a lot of TikTok dances that I like. None of them that I like all together, except for the up dance for the Cardi B song. I like that whole dance. But that's not a TikTok dance. That was actual choreography.
Thank you. I probably like that too then.
For the video. So
make dancers great again.
I know, right? Remember Fatima, she used to do all the dancing, choreography for Aaliyah and Janet Jackson, all those other people.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, happy belated birthday, African guy. Yeah, happy birthday to you.
Yeah, we get sued.
Happy
birthday. You play around.
YouTube ain't gonna pick up on that.
That's what you think.
Happy birthday.
You know YouTube's owned by Google, and you know Google has... Alright, Google got that thing where you hum when we block out.
Happy birthday. Don't you hate when people do this at birthday? Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
She's on TikTok as herself. She gonna miss the plug though.
Happy birthday. Oh, please. I'm Ebs Curly TV on TikTok too. Ebs Curly TV on everything. Yeah, Lavinia, he did that on purpose. He cut it out on purpose. And he know I don't be knowing the buttons on the iPad.
What she should.
Anyways, back to the stuff getting
29.
done for the house. I hit a hard stop with some of these projects because I just ran out of energy and
Jenny's got a new job. Hey.
So we're finally getting some of this stuff wrapped up and it'll be done finally years later.
Alright. Glad I didn't have a bad reaction after my second dose. Yeah, team no reaction.
I was able to register
that's
for.
how you gonna do me?
I was finally able to register for my COVID vaccine. That's great.
That's what's up.
That is great.
Shoot, if you hold off long enough, you might win at least some free food or something, depending on where you live.
I know. In Ohio, they're giving away $1 million several
Like
different
dummy.
times. I'm like, if y'all don't break this down and give $1,000 to everybody or something, y'all are tripping. $1 million.
Ooh.
Hey, the
Evie got the
lottery.
flower and food garden going with
Who?
marijuana leaf, pepper, eggplant, tomatoes, onions, and basil. That basil gonna come in handy.
Let's see. Oh, African Girl turned 29. I missed it.
You were singing very loud over top of me.
You should have been singing with me. What's the thing that made you happy?
I
No, I hate it too. Oh, I hate it.
What made me happy? I had to listen to you singing for 2 minutes. Not
It
even the
wasn't
whole
2
song because you
minutes.
don't know the words. You don't know none of that.
No,
Exactly.
I sure don't.
Sure don't. What made me happy?
You printed those vaccination card covers.
That made everybody
That
else
was
happy.
cool.
What made me happy? I got this Apple Watch.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Got an
no,
Apple Watch.
forget that. We so we have been watching AMC stock for a while, and finally one day Ebony was like, should we just get it today? And I was like, yeah, let's just get it. Then she woke me up the next morning. AMC was trending, boy. It was going up.
I'm still scared.
And it stayed there. I'm still looking
scared.
at it. Yeah, I know.
They said the thing about stock though is you have to know what your boundary is. Like, don't try and ride it until the very last penny. Have a point where you're like, okay, if I can make this much, I'm going to get out regardless of what it does. Because you'll drive yourself nuts trying to get all the money you can every single time. You have no idea when it's going to drop. So
Rihanna's daughter did her first vendor event. Child is 12. Woo! Oh, she about to have money.
Go, girl. 12.
Yeah.
I was somewhere shaking in my boots,
See,
scared
bitch.
everything at 12.
And if you kept her homeschooled, that would have messed her up. She wouldn't have been able to do that.
I got a chance to babysit my guys. Oh, yeah. That should be fun. It's
No,
always
that's gonna be
nice to
fire.
have little kids around just for a little while.
What's your godson's name, and does he have a nickname? Matter of fact, who here has a nickname, like a family nickname?
Oh, Steph graduated on May 1st. My passion braids came in. Yeah. She did her passing braids for the first time, and she was proud. Oh, congratulations on graduating. I miss that feeling. But not enough to go back to school.
RL's been working in TV on and off for years and finally got an associate producer credit. That's fire.
Wow, that's crazy.
You got your IMDb set up yet?
Wow.
Ooh, excuse me.
We homeschooled. That's why I should have said it. I said, watch her be homeschooled. Oh my God, I'm so mad I didn't say it. I should have said it. I'm just going to start saying things. I don't care if I'm wrong.
Oh, nickname is Vinny. I like that. I like when girls got the nickname that sound like a dude.
Oh, yeah.
But it's still like, it fits.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Wow. That's really awesome. Y'all doing big things this month.
You're not trying to say what your nickname is, Janisa?
It's her name. That's what I think it is. I'd be surprised if it's something different.
That's going to be a whole pookie.
Is it Jan? No.
Who else got nicknames? We need nicknames.
Yeah, showing out, showing off.
Yeah, for real. Okay, so she was right. Niecy.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm glad some of this stuff will be done to the house, because it's like almost like a little shameful when you start a project and you don't finish it and you got to see it every day that you didn't finish it. So I'm glad that'll be over.
Or else is Pee Wee.
This is annoying. I tried Black Rob King, nothing else sticks. Pee Wee, because it's too cute. It is. Pee Wee. Oh, why? It does not feel like it's 10:36.
Nah. Nope.
Yeah, everyone had a good month. Yeah, now we're vaccinated. I'm glad that's over. We don't have to worry about that.
All right, 7:34 in July. I'm past being cute. I feel you.
People think my real name is my nickname. They think Terry's a nickname for Teresa. Yeah, I used to work with this girl named Jenny, and immediately she had to tell us it's just Jenny, not Jennifer.
Yeah, let's cut this right Jenny. Now. That's how I get when people try to hit me with Alexander. Like, bruh, no.
Yeah, I thought you were Alexander.
You're talking about a whole nother person, because that's not my name. That's not my name. Remember that song?
You can sing that, but I can't sing Stevie
I don't
Wonder.
sing the whole thing. I didn't mind you singing like 2 bars. You went and sang the same thing for 2 minutes.
2 bars.
Yeah.
Oh, good question. Who's going on vacation soon?
I'm still trying to go.
I want to go for my birthday in September.
Hope you like Dutch Wonderland.
Dutch Wonderland.
Be right at Sesame Place.
Legoland. But no, I want to go on vacation in September for my birthday. Either September or October. October is our anniversary, so one of those two.
Oh, Grand Canyon. I'd be afraid I'm gonna fall in.
You know what's crazy is I've always had that thought too. Like, I know I would get nowhere near, to that point to where I could possibly fall in. But I'm like, but what if I do? What if I do get close enough? What if I'm, it's just a weird mind thing. I love that Ting Ting song. That's not my name. Oh, what you was just saying. Is that who sings that? Wow, I forgot about them. Ariel said I learned my real name on the first day of kindergarten.
That's wild.
My cousin is a teacher, and a couple of summers ago, I saw her at a family reunion, and I remember we were leaving. Oh, because we called my niece Peanut. At the time, she was like 3. And she was asking my niece, like, what's your real name? And so she was like, Malia, and she asked her to spell it, all this stuff. And she said, yeah, because I got to ask these kids, or tell these kids' parents, make sure they know. Don't send your kids to school only knowing their nicknames.
Wow.
Like, that happens so often where I have to ask them, no, what's your real name? And they just be like, whatever their nickname is. They just keep repeating that. It's just like, you will be surprised how many times that happens.
Wow.
It's like, what? That's not even nothing you think about until someone tells you or it happens to you.
Where do we want to go with? It's going to be on her because her birthday is coming up, so.
I'll probably go somewhere beachy. Unless we do, because I wanted to, well, no.
I like that, Khadijah.
What?
His name is Aiden, and we call him Chunky. It might change once he gets older.
Yeah, my sister's nephew, they call him Papa. I'm like, and it was so funny calling this little kid Papa, but it was so cute.
Oh yeah, I knew a couple of them, but I do remember Papa that one.
I don't even know his real name to this day.
Dang.
I forgot. I just know Papa. Anyways, yeah, I want to actually do, San Francisco, like we wanted to do last year for our anniversary, because I want to have a vacation where there's beach, but also some activities as far as eating. Like going to a beach is great.
Wherever we go, I hope we can eat. That's what you
Yeah,
wishing?
well, no, what I'm saying is San
then.
Francisco is known for their food and wine.
Yeah.
So I wanted that to be like the activity versus, which would be cool to go to, like, let's say we want to go to Turks and Caicos. It's literally the beach every day. And he's not a huge fan of the beach. So it's like, we're going to lay out every day. Yeah, that would be good for me, but I don't know if that'd be good for him.
Tia said, I remember in kindergarten, my teacher asked everyone to say what their parents' name was, and I didn't think my mom's name, Nancy, was real, so I told him she doesn't have a real name. That's funny.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
Wow. Yeah, that's kids, boy. And that will be your truth. Like, it's, what do you mean? She don't have a real name. Nancy, who is that? That kid, they believe
your dad's
it.
calling her mom.
Yeah, or babe or whatever. Like, you just don't. This kid. It's funny how they will dig into those random things, and you have to help them unlearn. We didn't write our name in cursive until like the first grade, so I only needed to know my colors and shapes. Shoot, first grade, I don't think came to third grade for me. Maybe second grade.
Well, he said name and cursive.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder, do they still make kids do cursive? Any of y'all with like
No.
fourth graders, fifth graders, do they still do cursive? So I remember it was being phased out for a while there. My 17-year-old still doesn't write in script. Yeah, like I don't know anyone who writes in cursive.
I mean, you gotta write your name.
You sign
signature.
it, but I mean.
But imagine somebody just.
Yeah. Gen Zers.
That's weird.
No more cursive. That's what I was thinking.
So they just writing their names on stuff.
They probably teach
print?
them how to write the cursive letters, but we used to have, for example, have to write reports in cursive.
No, I know.
Sometimes they probably not making them do that.
Same year generation, you know.
I don't know what your school made you do.
Because I was in public school, so you don't think we had to learn
No,
cursive?
you
We
were in a
couldn't learn
different
well?
state, different teachers.
I don't want to hear it, man. You
Who
really,
knows what
you
they
really,
made y'all
you showing
do?
Out, boy.
I learned this second after that. No.
We got to learn calligraphy. You do that?
Yeah, we did calligraphy. I hated that. It was fun for a little while, but after a while, it was just annoying. My niece is about to graduate from high school, and it's not on the curriculum anymore. These kids got it made. Mm-hmm.
I'd rather them test me on cursive than anything. Except for when you get to Z. I still don't know how to make Z.
Oh, my god kids thought my name was God Mommy until they turned 6. Meanwhile, my goddaughter has my whole first name as her middle name.
Oh, that's fine.
He said, yeah, the Z is like a cursive number 2, which is so strange. I'm like, the Z, oh, I see why, kind of.
I think, and what is, J is like a big, yeah.
I hate making J's. Anyways, y'all. All right, we're going to go ahead and get off of here. We will see you guys in 2 Saturdays from now. Let's see. On the 29th.
They're bringing it back. Bring it back.
We'll see you guys on May 29th. Until then, have 2 blessed weeks. Have
2 blessed weeks.
the rest of you who are getting vaccinated, prepare for the second one. Make arrangements. Take off work, whatever you need to do, and just use the time to relax. That's what I did.
Bye.
Yes, bye. Good night, everybody. We love y'all.